Greetings and salutations, TikTok. A little bit of time tonight, but I'm pretty goddamn tired because I've been doing a lot of work tonight. So, give me all my time. Use it wisely. Ask your questions. I never claim to have the absolute knowledge of any subject, but I will do my best to answer your questions and help you to the best of my experience and ability. TikTok is notifying my followers that I am live. Well, hopefully, what is this, Wednesday? Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Wednesday is Wednesday. I don't know what kind of fucking filter this thing put on here tonight, but I look weird. What can I do for you? I can give you education. Ask your fucking... Not readings. No reading. Not readings. Educational learning, schooling content. What can I do for you? What can you do for me? Can I tell if someone else is a witch? Majority of the time, yes. I can tell if someone's the real deal or not. But, I mean, yeah. You can too. Everybody can. It's like a lion doesn't have to tell you it's a lion. You know it's a fucking lion. Same thing as someone's a witch. You know they're a witch. And it's not the way they dress or the way they put makeup on or the way they act or anything like that. You know it. Right? What does the oracle say? Balls to bone. You know. You don't have to question it. It's not difficult. If it's not too personal, I'm genuinely curious. What do you believe in, like religion? I believe there's a divine presence in the universe that some men have called God, but I don't believe it's like an Abrahamic God of the Christian Bible, but I do believe in, a divine creator source of all things. It's called many different things in many different religions and traditions. And I believe there are lower spirits and entities, deities, lower gods, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you can put a name on it. Thank you for the roses. I mean, I was raised in Pennsylvania Dutch powwow, so we're like, that's massively Bible and Christian based. So that I was raised in that belief, but I'm also initiated in some African traditional religions. I mean, they're very similar, which is why there was a lot of synchronicity done throughout the diaspora and stuff. But it's just a different name. How do I deal with someone who treats me badly? You don't. You get rid of them. Why would you let yourself be treated badly? No reason for that. You're better than that. Don't let anyone treat you badly. If they treat you badly, cut them off, walk away, burn them bridges, and dance in the flames. Do I cast spells? I mean, I do work. I don't call it casting spells. I work. I work hard. What does it mean when a past life is calling you to come back to the spot you died? I don't know a whole heck of a lot about past lives. Y'all, I'm 100% real and honest. If I don't know something about something, I'm going to tell you I don't know something about something. But as a spirit, I could see, to probably my best guess. I'm not saying this is the absolute truth of anything. I would say that would probably be for your spirit to be more whole, to reconnect with itself. Right? That's the only reason I could think for a purpose for that. Oh yeah, I can make the chat big. TikTok just showed me. Thank you. You saw ghost ones. Cool. I've see them every day. Wait a minute, I'm scrolling back and reading all the comments. More likes can attract more viewers. Keep it up. Thank you for the roses, Amy. Y'all give me some likes so they put the live in the algorithm more people come in and I can help more people. What does it mean when... Oh, okay, I read that one. Thank you much, Amy. Hello, lady. Been a while since I've said... Hello, Nana Tammy. It has been a minute. I've been very, 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 very busy. I'm very tired. But I was like, because I've been working my ass off tonight. I was like, I gotta make some time for y'all. The class, the Dirts and Waters class, is this Sunday, the 13th, and I have like a few more spots open. So if anybody wants to get it in on the class, go to my website, primitiverootsconjure.com, sign up for the class. It's very affordable. It's a 2-part class. It's $45, like $21 per class. Each part, and you'll learn a lot to enhance your craft and things and what you do. You work with demons, asking with good intentions. King Pyman is my page. I don't work with demons that I know of. I work with spirits. I work with the dead. A lot of dead. That's kind of what I do. Demons not so much. Not really. No. I mean, some of the things I work with, people would probably classify as demons, but I mean, they're not. Why do you keep popping up on my feed over and over your live? I mean, I don't know, because I don't go live very often. Ask TikTok that question. I can't answer you. This is my first live in like a month. Is it, yeah, not readings. Not Al-Qaeda. No readings. What all kind of magic do I believe in? I don't believe in magic. I don't have a choice but to know. We have a saying that's a litany in some of the traditions that I'm initiated in. Santo Thomas per crea verir. So seeing is believing. What's the other one? Creo entada no creo nada. I believe in everything. I don't believe in anything. So basically, what we say is, you see it, you believe it. You don't have a choice. So it becomes where you don't believe in anything because you got proof. What kind of work that's making you tired? Client work. Work I do for clients and readings, and I mean, that's all I do pretty much, other than work on my farm. I help people. That's my job. You would love to work with the ancestors. That's where you start if you want to work with the dead. You start with your own people, your ancestors. I have an entire course on my website that teaches you how to work with your ancestors, how to venerate them, how to elevate them, how to communicate with them, like all that. But that's where you start with that. It just is, exactly. Naya. Can I ask your opinion on something very important to me? I mean, you can ask. Who is we? Did I say we? I'm a hospice nurse. I see the dead all the time. Well, thank you. I like to say thank you to for your service to hospice nurses, because you guys really do. Let me turn that music down a tiny bit, because I think that's a little bit too loud for... There, that's better. Yeah, hospice nurses are You all do incredible shit, and you see the dead all the time, and I 100% believe you, because I see them all the time myself. So, yeah, I 100% believe you. And I think you have probably seen that when people are close to death, that they also see the dead. I'm sure you've experienced that a lot doing what you do. I don't know what this filter is that they stuck on me tonight. I just hit live and I look like this. I don't know. It's weird looking. Thank you, 30, 50. Absolutely. Yeah, even my grandmother, when she had cancer, and she was about a month before she died, she would be seeing her sister and stuff that had passed like 8 years before that. I remember the one time I went up to see her, and I walked in her bedroom, and she's like, "Oh, you just missed Aunt Sandra. She just left." And I'm looking at her, I'm like, "Aunt Sandra been dead like 8 years, Grandma." Like, she was there. She was there visiting her. My mother-in-law, her husband came for her as she was passing. About 3 minutes, she just literally fell back and died, but she was on hospice. And about 3 minutes before she passed, she sat straight up in her bed and started pointing at her feet. And I was like, me and the hospice nurse were the only ones there. And I was like, "What's going on, Mom? What are you doing?" She's like, pointing at her feet. She's like, my shoes. I need my shoes. Put my shoes on." And I was like, "Ma, I'm not putting your shoes on. You're laying in bed and you're not going anywhere." And she's like, "No, I gotta go. And she was pushing up on the bed, like trying to get out of the bed, and she couldn't get out of bed. But her husband that had passed 2 years previous, she said he was there, and he wanted her to go with him, and she needed her shoes so she could go. And about 3 minutes later, she just kind of fell back and passed away. But yeah, people that are dying also see the dead. So yeah. Okay, hold on, let me scroll back. Hey, Kit Kat. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm extremely busy. Take care of your mother-in-law in hospice, and it's not for the weak. Yeah, I did the same thing. Both my in-laws. Yeah, me and my husband were their caretakers for like 7 years. Is there a reason I've been unable to get a reading for the... Is there a reason I've been unable to get a reading for the past few years? I'm psychic. What do you mean you're unable to get a reading? Do you mean you're unable to get a reading with me? Or you're just unable to get a reading in general? Because I'm booked up. I'm usually booked up, 6-8 months in advance. It's hard to get in with me. And to take on new clients, it's really hard to get time to work new people in. So if you're talking about me, that's the reason. If you're talking about in general, please elaborate. The dead always come to the dying. They have all these conversations. It's wild to watch. I know, right? I'm telling you. My mother-in-law would also, she gave me this mirror. She bought this mirror at a thrift store about a month before she passed away. And she kept telling me that there was people in the mirror. And she wouldn't look, because when she looked in the mirror, said she saw all these people behind her, standing behind her and stuff. So she gave me the freaking mirror because she didn't like looking at it anymore, because she kept seeing all these dead people behind her. But it's because she was going to pass soon. You believe that God is with them? Why? Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world. I converted to Norse paganism, but I was interested in shamanism. What's your opinion about? I mean, personally, my opinion for shamanism is it's an indigenous practice, and I don't just mean indigenous Americans. I mean indigenous on every continent. I'm not big on people that are not part of those cultures, or not invited to be trained by someone who is part of those cultures, if that makes sense. 3 times I've paid, but they couldn't read me, and 5 times I've tried, and 5 times I've tried online, but something stopped. That's interesting. I mean, be a little more choosy with your readers. I've never had anybody I wasn't able to read. I mean, no matter how psychic you are or how many, I mean, usually your spirits around you are eager to communicate with a reader. Like, I've never experienced that. Be more selective with your readers. I don't know. If you really want a good reading, I can refer you to a good friend of mine. Just like I said, I'm fully booked up for far in advance, but he has some openings. I refer a lot of people to him, and he's actually the guy I go to when I personally need a reading, because sometimes, I'm sure you know, like, we can't see our own shit. Like, sometimes we need an outside view of what's going on, and he's the guy I go to. He's fucking amazing. Good celestial unit of time, sweet sister. Thank you. Can you do healing spells? I do healing work. Yeah, we can do healing work on certain things. It depends what it is. But I always will advise that if you're having a medical issue, you seek the advice of a doctor before you go see a worker. A worker can enhance what a doctor is doing or what he's prescribed or things like that, but we're not medical professionals, but we can assist in mending and healings. Can you do a healing spell for your local children's hospital to help? This is what like, we don't cure cancer or AIDS or anything like that. And if you ever see a practitioner saying they can do those things, fucking run. We can do simple things. Personally, like, I can make a burn stop burning. I can stop bleeding. I can work with hormonal imbalances and make that a little bit better. We can do things like that, but we can't cure cancer. We can't stop death. We can't do any of those kinds of things. Okay, Jay Bunn, either private message me on, I don't know if you can on TikTok, because I think we have to be mutual follows. On my Facebook page, Primitive Roots Appalachian Conjure, on Facebook, PM me on there, and I will give you a referral to my friend. What are some paths you have taken in your studies? I mean, I was raised in Pennsylvania Dutch brasserie powwow, but yeah, I'm initiated in some ATRs and studied many things. I've studied a lot of paths, but I never found my home. And I mean, really, other than my traditional things that I was raised in, I always knew there was something else that I was supposed to be doing. Like, there was like a home that I needed to find, and I found it when I hit into ATRs. I would like to work with my ancestors. What's the first step I should take? First step is just conversation. It's really just conversation. It's a white candle, a glass of water, maybe a cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee. Sit down, give them a cup, give them the water, light a candle, and have some conversation. And it's important when you're communicating with ancestors is you have to realize that they are you. They are your DNA. They're your blood. They're in you. They're with you. They walk with you. They're always around you. So when you have conversations with them, have a conversation like they're literally sitting across from the table from you. Like, like grandma who passed away, she's sitting right there in front of you. Have a conversation with her. That's where you start. If you want more on that, like I said, I have an ancestral veneration course on my website. I made it very affordable because I believe the ancestors is one thing that everybody should be doing. And I want everybody to be capable of doing that. So, yeah, that takes you through everything regarding ancestors, because that's what I do. That's my thing. That's my forte, is ancestors. Always something. I'm not on Facebook. Okay, email me. Email me at primitiverootsconjure@gmail.com, and I will give you a referral. Thank you for the heart, Polywog. I love the name, by the way. I'm authentic. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Any bad experiences? You'd have to get a little more specific. What kind of bad experience? When people do what I do, when they're called to serve the community and help people, we got to deal with a lot of shit ourselves, so we have the experience of it to be able to help other people when they come with problems. So we got to go through a lot of hell and high water and fires ourselves, so we know how to deal with it. We know what it feels like. We know what it looks like. We know how to deal with it. So we have the experience, so we can help other people with their issues. I mean, what kind of bad experience you want to talk about? Would you consider yourself a natural philosopher? No, I would not consider myself a philosopher at all. I don't consider myself psychic. I don't consider myself a lot of things. I'm just a servant. I'm a messenger of spirit. That's all I am. And they help me with everything I do. Like a psychologist, no, but I do think of myself as a therapist sometimes. A lot of what I do is counseling and therapy for people. Can you read the vibe off people? Usually I can, yes. That's my favorite thing, is to sit in a dark corner of a room where nobody sees me and just read the room. Sounds like you help people in their shadow work to help you. That's a lot of it. That's a lot. And that's a lot where working with ancestors comes in, to heal the generational trauma and all that stuff. Therapist, the definition. Yes, I agree. Yes. A lot of times we are therapists. And sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, and we're cheaper than therapists when it comes to a reading, usually. Do you give off a bad? No. Would you consider yourself to be the staff of... I'm going to butcher that name because I'm horrible at names. Asclepius. And I know the name you're saying, and I know how to fucking say it. But I'm horrible at fucking names. That's one of the things I'm bad at. No, I would not consider myself that. I don't consider myself much of anything. Like I said, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Lord, see, and I'll butcher your name too. Lord Palazzo. Horrible with names. I'm sorry, y'all. No, I don't consider myself much of anything. I'm just a servant. Messenger of spirit. I don't understand how some people that are in this community get these big egos and all this stuff, because really we're just messengers of spirit, and we're servants to our community, and that's what we are. Ain't much at all. Is it normal for spirits you have connected with you block you out? No. That's not normal. If that's happening, that's probably not them blocking you out, but there's something else blocking the communication between the two of you. It's probably not a spirit if they're connected with you and they've been with you, and it's not them blocking you. Unless you did something really messed up. And really made them mad or something. But that's not usual, no. But blocks do happen. Believe me, I know blocks happen. And it's usually it's either yourself doing the blocking, or it's something else, like putting a wall there and blocking. That's what I've suspected, but I don't know what's causing it. Yeah, do you do cleansings and stuff? I mean, spiritual maintenance is pretty important. And I will say that sometimes, if we have spirits that walk with us, we all have many spirits that walk with us, and some of them will be more prevalent at certain points in our life. And then, in another point, they might take a step back, and someone else might step forward for another portion of something that's going on in your life. You follow me? So they're always there, but sometimes they just kind of trade spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, some are more prominent at one point in your life, and then some are more prominent at another point in your life. It's not that they're not there or anything like that. It's just different aspects of life that they will come forward. Hey! No, ma'am. Get your butt down. Get down. I rescued a kitten. She showed up at my door, and her eyes were just goop shut, and she was so skinny, and she was covered with fleas, and she was bawling at my door. And I opened the door, and she just ran in like it was her fucking house. Anyway, I nursed her back to health. She's all better now, and she's fucking crazy. She just climbed up my entire fucking door. Sorry. Alright. Do you perform any types of scrying? I do. That's not my preferred method of divination, but yes, I do scrying. What can spirits do here in the physical? What can't they do? They can do anything. They're spirits. They can do pretty much damn anything, but probably not as much as I should. I mean, yeah, cleansing is really important of yourself and your home. I mean, I don't know how you're communicating with the spirit that you're having a block. Is it like, are you using tools to communicate with the spirit, or is it just, a hearing, seeing, feeling kind of one of those? That's the cost distribution system. The cat. Oh yeah. I didn't need another cat. My cat just died like 2-3 months ago, and I was so not ready for another cat, but apparently I was ready for another cat. I mean, when an animal comes begging you for help, you don't turn it away. One of the spirits, Abby, in my home likes to play games and mess with anything electronic. Yeah, they do that. They totally do. I used to have a little child spirit that lived in an apartment that I used to rent, and I have a sewing room, and I collect antique toys, like all kinds of antique toys and stuff, and I had them all in my sewing room, and she loved that room. Man, she would be in there all the time playing with them toys. She would play with the door handle, scratch at the door. She want me to fucking open the door and play with her or something. Yeah, they can do all that shit. Any opinions on astral projection? I find it interesting, and I'm just curious about. I mean, I don't do that myself. In the traditions I'm in, we just kind of call it spirit walking. People that do that. Because you pretty much just leave your body and you leave the spirit. You go to spirit realm. And that's where you go when you astral travel. You go to spirit realm. I know people that are very adept at doing it. I don't have any experience on that myself, so there's not really a lot of information I can give you on astral projection other than you literally go into spirit world when you do that. Would you say you have a strong mediumship? No, I'm not a medium. I don't think I'm a medium. I don't think I'm a channeler or a psychic or anything like that. I don't label myself any of those things. I have a native woman that roams my home, but no matter what I do, I can't get her to speak with me. She seems scared. She might not be able to speak English. Have you considered that? I had an apartment, and one morning I woke up and there was a native man standing in my bedroom door, and he was very angry, and he was yelling at me, and he was like raising his fist, and he was stomping, and he was really mad, and he kicked the bed, and when he kicked the bed, the whole bed went poop poop, like up off the ground and like slammed back down. And I was like, because I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand a word he was saying or what he was so mad about. And I guess he finally just got frustrated enough that he like threw his hands up and he left. And I came to find out later that the woman that we rented the apartment from, her husband was an archaeologist in Delaware, which is where where we lived, and he was studying the Delaware Indians, and he had dug up a lot of their artifacts and bones and like all kinds of shit, and he kept them in the garage below our apartment. Was where he like worked on everything. That was like his office. So like later I figured out why he was mad and why he would like kick the bed and was like raving, but I couldn't understand him. He didn't speak English and I didn't speak his language. Oh, you do speak Cherokee to her? I don't know then. I mean, other than trying to make her feel more comfortable, I mean, there's prayers for native spirits and stuff that you can do. What's the Kardec book? Selected Prayers? Is that the name? Hold on, let me grab the book. Yeah, I was right. What did I do with my freaking... Hold on. Oh, lost my microphone. Yeah, collection of selected prayers by Allan Kardec. This is basically the little red book for Spiritismo, but it's been reprinted here. This is an excellent book, and it has specific prayers in here for indigenous and native spirits. It's like, this book stays on my Bovida. You can tell it's like really, really used a lot. But yeah, you could try doing some prayers like that for her and see if you can make her more comfortable and maybe elevate her a little bit, give her some light with a candle, and see if you can communicate with her. She's probably scared of you. I mean, if you're Naya. You were on my last live, weren't you? I think you were. But, yeah, do prayers for her and try to make her more comfortable. I mean, a lot of indigenous spirits come with whatever land we're on. Because they're just there. It's their land. Like, they're there. So, yeah. Maybe give her some offerings. Try to make her comfortable. Give her some prayers, a candle, some elevation and stuff, and see if you can get her to communicate. Have you attempted to make her a safe space to reside in? Does she wander in a pattern? I know our land is stalked by a SW, and I think that has something to do with it. What's an SW? Am I missing something? SW. Oh, do you mean a skinwalker? Is that what you meant? I think that's what you meant. Yeah, okay, so have you tried getting rid of that first? Have you tried getting rid of that first? I mean, I wouldn't want that on my property. I'm just saying. I'd be getting rid of it if I could. I'm in Mississippi, y'all, and the land down here, the spirits of the land down here some of them are very angry, and I don't blame them. But with what I do, my home is kind of like a beacon. It's kind of like a lighthouse in the darkness, like spirits moth to flame, you know what I'm saying? And I hate it, but there's not much I can do about it. So I've had rando land spirits just, crash my house. Massive cleansing on him to get this spirit off of him, and I still don't know what it was, other than it was like an when he flew in the air behind me. It literally blew up. I was like, damn, like that was some powerful shit. But we got it gone. You gotta get that shit gone. You can't just let it infest your land and stuff. You gotta get rid of that stuff. What's a witch? We're just like everybody else, I think, other than we just have some abilities and some connection with spirits that other people don't have, aren't gifted with. I mean, I think it depends on the witch, on what they are. Do you use any talismans, charms, or fetishes in your practices? Sorta. I do a lot of protective jewelry. So, like, this is a protective piece of jewelry, and this is a protective piece of jewelry. And in powwow, in brochure, we have some things like talismans and like we use hex signs, and we do like Himmel's briefs and Sator squares. We do the abracadabra for certain things, and not like abracadabra pull a rabbit out of the hat, like the actual magical abracadabra. It's a symbol. We work with that. Some do like Seals of Solomon. They work with stuff like that, Books of Moses and everything like that. Now, my other traditions, we make things that are... Okay, then, yeah, and I do, I have this, which is loaded, and they'll get bored and they'll go away. It was interesting getting to learn some of your beliefs. Well, thank you much, Creedon. You too. Have a good night. Fuck is it, midnight on Tuesday? Fuck y'all doing? Don't you gotta work tomorrow? Yeah, if you ask more specific questions, you'll get more specific answers, though. I will tell you that much. If you're asking general questions, you get general answers. There's a little tip there. Is that it? Nobody have any more questions? Just write you an email. Thanks again. Primitive Roots Conjures. No, it's Primitive Roots Conjure. No R on the end. Primitive Roots Conjure. Not conjurer. If you click on my my page thingy, there's a link tree there, and I think like everything's there. Like you can email me or website, YouTube, all my Instagram, like all that shit is on the link tree. How can I get my uncle to give my mom her money for her land? Okay. Are you scared, or have you ever been scared about doing witchcraft? I wouldn't say I've been scared. I've been startled. by things. But I'm not, no, I don't think I've ever really been scared of anything. I mean, yeah, I get startled, I get freaked out sometimes, like, whoa, like, stuff like that, but actually scared of doing witchcraft? No. The only fear I have, I think at all, is what I'm capable of. But I wouldn't even say I'm really scared or anything like that. He has his name on her land also. Okay. You gotta give me more information about this land deal. What kind of spell do I need to get my mom? Hermione. Okay. Do you perform familiar bonding or familiar? I do not. In my experience, the familiar chooses you. You don't choose it. And as far as bonding, I mean, that's a given if the familiar chooses you. I think what a lot of people think, always have the wrong idea about familiars. It's not your cat Fluffy. It's not your dog Spot. Those aren't your familiars. Those are not what familiars are. Familiars are literally spirit creatures. They're not animals that are your pets. That's not what a familiar is. Give me more information on the land issue. So your mom has land that your uncle's name is also on. So they're brother and sister, right? Was it inherited land? Like it was left in a will and they inherited it and they're both like share it? Or I put my juices in a guy's coffee and he became obsessed. Good luck reversing it. Yeah. And be real careful because they might become abusive too. Hold on. Thoughts on using physical force on bad people. So physical force would be like fighting. You want to fight somebody? Because what we do isn't physical force. Is witchcraft real? Abso-fucking-lutely. What a question. Wonderful answer. You're welcome. Who's your friend? I don't know who your familiar is. If you have one, it'll find you. If it doesn't find you, then you don't have one. I mean, you can do work to try and attract one if you want one, but it's not. I don't know if y'all ever seen. There was a TV series a couple years ago. I think it was like 2011-ish, and it was just called Salem, and it was on WGAN, I believe the network was. The portrayal of familiars in that series called Salem is the closest representation of what familiars actually are that I've seen in TV culture, I guess. Watch Salem and get an idea of what a familiar actually is. How do you know if a spirit has good or bad intentions? Can they trick? Yes, they can trick you. They can absolutely trick you. They can lie to you. I'd play it better safe than sorry. If I have a rando spirit that I didn't invite in, it's better safe than sorry. I'm automatically going to assume that they have bad intentions. I'm going to assume somebody sent them here to do me ill will, and I'm going to get rid of them. Now, a lot of times, when people send out spirits to people, they really don't know what they're doing. They don't have a good pact with that spirit, and they don't know how to control them. So I would say 95% of the time, if somebody sends a spirit to me, to my house, that spirit will communicate with me. And it'll be like, hey, I'm here, and so-and-so sent me over here to fuck some shit up, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to hang out for a minute. You know, like, they'll literally talk to me and communicate with me because them people can't control their fucking spirits. But, just automatically assume the worst if you have rando spirits popping up that are not yours, that you don't know, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Once in a great while, if somebody sends a spirit over here and they can't control it and they seem pretty okay, I might make a pact with them. I might make a deal. I might make them a housing, and I might put them to work for me. But majority of the time, I just get rid of them. Okay, they inherited the land from the... So, I mean... That's birthright. That's ancestral. To even if your uncle's a bad guy, to cheat him out of his share of his ancestral inheritance is not going to sit good with ancestors. It's not. And I'm going to say y'all would need a reading. Because somebody's going to have to be talking to y'all's ancestors to figure out what to do to, if the land needs to be split up, or if it needs to, that needs a reading. That really needs a reading, because that could go so many different ways and have so many things involved in it. Just give me a second. I'm listening. Yeah, it's if it was inherited to both of them, that's the way the person whose land it was set it down. That was their wish. That was what they wanted. You'd need a reading. You'd have to talk. You'd have to talk to your dead, to your people, to your ancestors, and because the last thing you want is some pissed off ancestors. Believe me, you don't want to upset them. And if that's what the person who passed away, if that's what they wanted, you really don't want to go against their wishes. That could turn out very badly. But it could also, it could go a different way too. You need a reading. You need a reading. You need a reading. That's all there is to that one. Just as real as any other system of faith. I don't even consider it a system of faith. I don't consider it a belief. I don't consider it a faith. It is what it is. If you know something, you don't have to believe it or have faith in it. You know it. How do you cast a circle, and how do you... See, I don't do that. That's not part of my practice. As far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, you could do it with chalk, you could do it with salt, you could do it... I've seen people just do it, with like a wand or a stick or some kind of objects. It's really setting your attention and marking a boundary. And you can do it a lot of ways. It's just not part of my practice. Where am I from? I'm from Pennsylvania. I was born and raised in the Appalachian Mountain. Appalachian Trail was my address. I'm Pennsylvania Dutch. I was raised in Powwow, Brasserie, Pennsylvania Dutch culture. That's my heritage and my culture. But I am currently residing in Mississippi. I bought a house down here 4 years ago. What is that noise? Okay. There's lots of books on it. Do y'all hear that noise? I think that kitten is getting into trouble again. My uncle doesn't want to sell the land outside of the family. He tricked... seeing that... I can't... You need a reading. You need a reading. Because I'm not going to give you advice that's going to piss off your ancestors or go against somebody's wishes. Your uncle could very well be in the wrong, and your ancestors might go for it. But I can't tell you that just by, typing on a live. You need a reading, so to make sure you're not going to piss anybody off or do something really messed up. There's several animal series that gets the concept right. Oh, really? Animal series? Tell me a book name. I want to... Oh, for the circle? Yeah, give her some book names. Have y'all seen the Witch Talkers Grimoire yet? It's out. It's on Amazon, and I'm in it. Go get it. What is a familiar? A familiar is a spirit that you make a pact with. And it's usually not a human spirit. And I'm not saying it's a demon or something else. It's just not a human spirit. There's many other kinds of spirits other than human spirits. And they're not all demons or angels or anything like that. There's many different kinds. A familiar is one that's more animalistic, and you make a pact with it. It does work for you and helps you out and stuff, and you feed it. I recommend Grimoire for the Green Witch by Anne Mora and Modern Magic. There you go. You got some good book recommendations there. Why do I feel like that someone has put evil spirit on me? Did you piss off a witch? I don't know why you feel like someone put an evil spirit on you. Cleanse yourself just to be safe. What can I do to protect myself against a spell? My God, y'all need to be more specific. I mean, there's a million things you can do to protect yourself from witchcraft. There's a million. I'm not voodoo or voodoo, but thank you for your greeting and salam alaikum. What can I do? There's a million things you can do. One of the simplest and easiest things you can do to protect yourself from witchcraft is put mirrors around your house facing out in your windows. Like, make sure you have at least one in each cardinal direction of your home. And just tell the mirrors, be like, hey, your job is to reflect any witchcraft thrown at me from this direction. And just put them, that's one of the easiest, simplest ways. How do you make a pact? You make a deal. You talk to the spirit and you all come to a bargain, or you don't. And sometimes spirits want a high price for, doing deals and bargains and stuff. And it depends on the spirit. If you agree to pay their price and their bargain, then you got a fucking deal. Yeah, Sneezer. Oh my God, what a name. Sneeze Brisket. I love it. Honey, I don't speak French, and I'm not voodoo. I'm 2 hours from New Orleans, but I'm not Creole, and I'm not Haitian. I got a lot of Haitian spirits. I don't understand what you're saying, honey. How do you get rid of them? What if they scare you? How do you make it go away? Well, number one, you shouldn't really be scared of spirits. And they say you shouldn't be scared of, dogs because they can sense fear. Spirits can sense fear, too, and a lot of them think it's funny. And they're not even mean. They just think it's funny, and they like tricksters and fucking with you and shit. So don't be afraid of them. There's very few things to really fear in spirits. They're out there, but they're few and far between. Cleanse your home, burn camphor, do floor washes. You can sound cleanse your home. Fuck sage. Don't burn fucking sage. That stuff shit. There's many ways to get rid of spirits and many ways to cleanse yourself in your home. Like a million. But camphor is a good start. Burn camphor. Open your windows and your doors, and everything runs from camphor, living and dead. You're gonna clean your fucking house out if you burn camphor. Sneezer Brisket. I don't understand you. I don't speak French. I love your name though. Why do you have a name like Sneezer Brisket and you can't speak? What do you mean I'm not legit? I would recognize your chant. I just told you I'm not voodoo. I'm not voodoo. I'm not Voodoo. I'm not Haitian. I'm not Creole. I'm not any of that shit. So why would I know French and recognize your chant? I'm not any of those things. You fucking kidding me? You're one of them ego fucking people that I was talking about earlier. Make the I love you hand sign. OG original rock hand sign. What's that for? That piece of land belongs to my mom. He was also given land. Okay, so the land was specifically left to your mother and not both of them. Is that what you're saying? Like he had a piece of land and she had a piece of land and they were separate. They weren't supposed to share them. Is that the deal? Because if that's the deal, that can probably be worked with. Hey, Danielle Wood. There are cords to cut, but can we cut the silver cord before we die? I don't do cord cuttings the way other people do cord cuttings. I don't do it with a candle and like this stuff that these other people are doing. There's much more efficient ways to do that stuff and better ways. What are you trying to do and who are you trying to make a pact with? Improper Latin? When did I ever claim to speak Latin? Where are you coming from? Oh no, you're yelling at that guy about that, right? I'm fucking Pennsylvania Dutch. I don't speak no Latin or French or any of that other crap. And I don't do high magic what the hell, y'all? Any good books or guidance for someone that's gifted? I connect and can see what's attached to people. Again, I don't really do books very much. I don't. I hate giving book recommendations. This is about the best book you're gonna get out there. This selected collection of selected prayers by Allan Kardec. That's gonna get you that. A glass of water and a candle will get you further than a lot of shit. It's you. Believing is seeing, I always say. Well, seeing is believing, exactly. I also push out negative energy. Is it true that vampires live in Pennsylvania? I mean, I never met one that I know of. I never met one. I mean, I met a bunch. I was goth back in the day. We all walked around with vampire teeth and pretended like we were vampires and shit. But I've never met one. I mean, there's like psychic vampire. I met psychic vampires, and I've met people that actually drink blood. But like an immortal, die in the sunlight vampire? No, I've never met one of those. Ooh, I'm really far behind. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up. There are cards to cut. Can we cut? Yeah, I already answered that one. Mom's land, not uncle's land. Do you do read? I do readings, but I'm booked. I'm always booked. I am booked like 8 months in advance. And I rarely have room to take on new clients. If you want a reading, I can refer you to an excellent reader, the guy I go to when I need a reading personally. You can inbox me on my Facebook page, or you can email me at primitiverootsconjure@gmail.com, or even primitiveroots@yahoo.com. I have two, yeah. Email me, and ask me for a referral, and I will give you a referral. Am I Wiccan? No. I do not practice colonized spirituality. No, ma'am. Or sir. I can't see your picture. I'm sorry. I got bifocals. I can't see the picture. Not really, just trying to learn new ways to discover magic. Do you like free readings? No, I do not. No, I do not. What is your definition of a witch? I mean, how do you define that? I said that earlier. It depends on the witch. I mean, my definition of a witch is probably different than someone else's definition. I don't even like calling myself a witch. I just say that and put it, because that's what people understand. That's what they recognize. But where I come from, being called a witch was like a really bad fucking thing. And there wasn't no granny witches and stuff in the Appalachians like all these people try and say out here on TikTok. Like, your granny might have been a witch, but she didn't call herself a witch. She didn't call what she did witchcraft. And if someone called her a fucking witch, you'd get a freaking backhand upside your head, because that was a big insult. I mean, what we did was technically witchcraft, but don't fucking say it. And we didn't call it that. Didn't call ourselves that. So, I mean, I just put that out there because it's what people know and recognize, what they're familiar with. That I don't really call myself a witch even. Can I join to ask a question? You can ask your question right here in the chat, Matt. I don't allow people to join unless I actually know you, because I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. There's lots of different paths in magic. I recommend starting by looking up the black salt around my property line with intent. I think black salt's a little bit overrated. I think most people don't make it correctly. And I think regular salt will do just fucking fine. It'll do just fine. You don't need the blue salt and the pink salt and the red salt and the black salt and the green salt and all the salts that the people are making. Just throw salt. And if you really want to mix it with something, mix it with some red brick dust. Powder up some red brick dust and mix it with some sea salt and throw that shit around. Bomb ass protection. Put it in your windowsills too. Too long to type. Yeah, honey, I don't know you. I can't let you join here if I don't know you, because people be cray-cray out here. History of magic. Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Okay. She is wrong. And so, who are you talking to? Insult to injury? Fear causes problems. Exactly. What if you're dealing with a demonic presence? How do you know it's demonic? How do you know that it's demonic? Tell me. Tell me how you know it's demonic and I'll help you. Dragon's blood and Three Kings resin? No, dragon blood will not cleanse your... If you're talking about cleansing, that's not a cleanser. Camphor helps you with bug bites? Okay, yeah, it's good for all kinds of stuff. It's also good for drawing out anything in your skin. Like, it's really good for boils, if you want to draw the head out of a boil. Yeah, dragon's blood amplifies energy. Exactly. It's not a cleansing agent. Your black cat escaped at the vet. Oh no, I'm sorry. Immediately I'm thinking St. Anthony, so I don't know if you're familiar with saints or work with saints at all, but you can petition St. Anthony. He is the finder of lost pets. And you could also petition St. Francis. He's the protector of pets. And also St. Martin is a protector of pets. St. Anthony is the finder of lost objects. It's like any three of those. Like, Google how you work with those saints, and saints are really easy to work with. They're not going to get angry or be bad or anything like that. Just, you can Google them, find out their offerings and how to petition them, and yeah, have them find your cat. Are you Wiccan? You like Wiccan? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No Wiccan. I'm sorry you like Wiccans. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this guy. Notif combined with other herbs. This has to be a replay because you don't see the questions. I'm way behind. Like, you need to scroll up, honey, Alicia. I'm really far behind. What should you do if you're dealing with a demonic? Again, tell me how you know it's a demonic presence. How do you know it's demonic? There's no such thing as witches, big boy. Send me some of your hair. Getting messages late. No, everybody. I will get to your question. It might take me a minute because I am speaking and answering questions. Do not ask your question more than once. I will get to it. The more you ask your question, the longer it's going to take me to get through the chat to all the questions. Ask your question one time, and I will get to it when I get there. I promise I will get to it. Okay, he's trying to take over your mom's land. So it was definitely a separate... Okay, this is what we're going to do for your mom's land. What's your name? Lena Parada 910. First, you're going to get fixed railroad spikes. If you don't know how to fix railroad spikes, I sell them in my store, all ready to go. You're going to nail them spikes on the four corners of that property and nail it down so it cannot be taken. Next, you're going to go around the entire property line with salt. Just plain old fucking salt. Go get a bag of fucking salt. The third thing, your mother needs to urinate all over the land and all around the outside of the house. Whether that's if there's neighbors and stuff around, she can do it in a cup and take the cup out and pour it around to mark her territory and claim it as hers. Do those three things. If there's still issues, you might have to go a little bit meaner, like something like with some hot foot or something. This is what we're doing for your mom's land. I'm a Wiccan and have tried a lot, and it feels like it's getting worse. Yeah, Wiccan is literally colonized spirituality. Like, it was invented in the 1950s. Like, it's crap. Sorry to all my Wiccans out here. If that's your thing and you like it and it works for you, and do you, honey, baby, do your thing. That's just my opinion. I don't give all my tips and tricks away. That is a good practice to have. Never give everything away. The Industrial Revolution wiped out what magic was left on the earth. Well, honey, keep telling yourself that. If that's what you think, and sure. You have a blessed day as well. Look into high magic. They teach you how to vanish with the LBRP. Yes, I'm not high magic. I don't do those things. I'm poor magic. We do poor mountain folk, hillbilly witchcraft over here. What is your specialty? Probably protection, cleansing, healing. Those are the things I'm really good at. I can do many, many, many things. And I'm really good at many, many things. Those are the most important things, and I do a lot of them. So sometimes you can ask your guide or spirit team to help, and they will. That's true as well. Bye, Dawn. Hi, Alona. Welcome, Celeste Thomas. Oh my gosh, I have tried to email you from 2 email addresses. What in the world all fails? Did you check my link tree? Go on my profile and click the link tree. And like all my places should be there, like drop down box. And you should be able to contact, there's many ways to contact me. I don't like to call myself a witch either, that's why I asked. Exactly. Do you consider yourself a bruja? I mean, a bruja's a witch. It's just Spanish for witch. So, I mean, I practice spiritismo. So, I mean, is that a bruja? Oh. I think witch means wise woman or wise person. See, witch means different things to different people. Someone who gets it. Can you be Christian and be a witch? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, ma'am. Samantha Pinto. Absolutely, you can be a Christian witch. And there is a lot of power in that Bible if you know how to work it correctly. There is massive power in Psalms if you know how to work it correctly. Working with saints is amazing, extremely beneficial. The tradition I was raised in, like I'm saying, if you're real deal, from the mountains, from hillbilly folk magic, from the Appalachians, your people did that shit with the Bible. I promise you. Your ancestors did all that shit with the Bible. So I was raised in Brotchery or Pennsylvania Dutch powwow, and absolutely we worked that Bible. You can totally be Christian and be a witch. It's a very pick one religion? No, that is not correct. Witchcraft of the old religion. Salt and intent. I agree, there is no label to put on it. Mysticism goes a long way. Exactly, and we didn't label. It's just the way things are done. It's just the way you did things and what you did. It wasn't called anything when I was growing up. It wasn't until like I was in my teens and stuff like I heard the terms powwow and brotchery and stuff, and that's what we were and what we did. Like, we never called it that. We didn't call it anything. It's just how you live. It's just the way you do things. It wasn't called anything. There's lots of different paths, not always a pick one thing. Exactly. I do many things. I'm initiated in a couple different traditions, and people say, well, how do you do that? Because you can't mix and mash these things. If you're in different traditions, they have to stay separate. You have to keep them in their separate spots and their separate things, and you can't mash them together and make it one practice. And I just call it hats. Depends what I'm doing. I put one hat on. So if I'm doing powwow work and stuff, I put on my powwow hat. And I do that stuff. And if I need to do, palo stuff, I take off my powwow hat and I put my palo hat on. And I do that. Never mix them, ever. That's a big no-no. Do not muddle the traditions. Witchcraft is a pre-Christian religion? No. Witchcraft is not a religion. It is not. Witchcraft of the old religion. What religion is witchcraft? It's not a religion, it's a practice. What are you telling these people? This is like my whole thing when I talk about you gotta watch who you're getting information from. You gotta watch who you're going to for readings. You need to vet people. And you need to have a filter and common sense for information that you take in. Because not everybody knows what they're talking about. Because witchcraft is absolutely not a religion. And it's not against the Bible. Please, Please don't be in my chat trying to school people with ridiculousness. Like, no. Of the old religion. How old are you? There are different ways to mix and amplify herbs. Everyone's recipe will not be... That is very, very true. But you also have to know your herbs and know which ones are going to clash. And know which ones are going to go well together. I always equate... When we're working with herbs and oils and ingredients, let me just put it that way. When we're working with ingredients in what we do, I equate it a lot to cooking. So like your ingredients are your spices and your ingredients for what you're trying to make. And you got to know what ingredients and spices taste good together and which ones are going to mess the taste all up and make it taste funky if you mix these two ingredients together. You follow me? So, yeah. The old religion, there's lots of different paths to magic. She said, can she be a witch, and you can... There's lots of practices that uses... She can pick any other path. Doesn't have to be witchcraft. Witchcraft, the Bible. Okay, yeah, okay. Good. At least y'all are schooling the witchcraft of old religion. I don't know where this person came from. They certainly don't know what they're talking about. She never said witchcraft. She just said witch. You're thinking of like traditional European. I mean, that's what they're thinking of, but they don't even have that right. They don't even have that right. Because witchcraft is not a religion. Like, the word witchcraft and religion don't even go together. Word Wicca is the same as witch. No, you're wrong again. You're wrong. Wicca is a made-up word meaning a male witch, and Wicca means female witch. Where are you getting this stuff? I'm thinking like hoodoo, who uses the Bible. Exactly, Teal Aardvark, which is an awesome name, by the way. Hoodoo absolutely works with the Bible, and that's the same thing I was saying. When your people have these folk magic practices, whether they're from the south or they're from the north and like the Appalachians and the mountains and stuff, they're doing that shit with the Bible. I promise you they're doing it with the Bible. And the worst ones are them little old ladies down at the church. Them ladies put some hoodoo on their fucking ass, and they be praising Jesus all day, and then they go home at night and ask Jesus to go fuck your ass up. They don't know how to work that shit. Absolutely. I'm not sure why they would do that. It's better to pick one path. That is your opinion, and so far I haven't heard one correct thing. I haven't read one correct thing come from you, witchcraft of the old religion. Jesus saying to him, I am the way and the truth and the life, and I come, Father. Well, to me, witchcraft, the old religion. Hoodoo is one path to magic, and it uses the Bible as a force. And there's many paths that use the Bible. Many, and they're not even called anything. Like, hoodoo has a name. But a lot of times it's just called folk magic. Tradition, I mean... Are generational curses real? Yes, they are real. It's rare that they're placed there by someone who is not in your lineage, however. I mean, it can happen. It does happen, but it doesn't happen often. It's a rare thing, but it is a thing. I have just been trying to write to you on your website, but it said permanent failure. What the hell? primitive-roots@yahoo.com. Simple, easy. primitive-roots@yahoo.com. Right? They don't know everything. It doesn't seem like they know much of anything, actually. Land in Italy. She did it 14 years ago. We live in North Carolina. You're not... You have land in a country that you're not in? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, that complicates shit. You need a reading. I've been telling you that from the jump. You need a reading. If it's in a whole nother ass country, now, I'm not going to say it can't be done, but it's going to be fucking complicated. You need a reading. You need a reading. How can you get rid of a not so nice person who's attached to the property? So a spirit or a person? Like a living person or a spirit who's attached to the property? Y'all need to learn to be specific. This is a good learning to be specific. You need to be specific in your petitions. You need to be specific in what you ask for. You need to say what you want and what you don't want. You need to be very specific in everything, including your questions. I'm 43. I've never been to Italy since I was 8 years old. I'm actually partially Italian. I've never been there. And my Nana, she came over... She was a little girl when they came over. When my great-grandparents came over with her, she was very small. Wiccan is not the same as witch. Not all Wiccans are witches or do witchcraft. Y'all do not listen to this person. How do you get rid of generational crap? I mean, it depends. You would definitely need a reading. A good place to start is with your ancestors. Like, get a good relationship with your ancestors, start elevating them and working with them and communicating with them. And if it is a generational curse, and that's the thing, you need to find out if it is generational. How do you know it's generational? Did you do a reading? Did you have a reading done? Did you do divination? Like, how do you know it's a generational curse? For one, you need to figure out exactly what's going on. Like, you need a reading and you need to work with your ancestors. You're welcome, Lena Perato. Will I be free of this hell? Honey, we are all in hell. I think we've all been in hell since 2020. I don't think it's gone anywhere in 2024. I think we're in this for a couple more years. Yeah, I think till at least... I can't say how long, but I'm going to say at least somewhere like 2026, 2028. I think we got a couple more years of this shit because it's like the turmoil time. And it's not... I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. There always has to be... For transformation to happen, and this is in anything, in your life, in the world, in everything. For transformation to happen, first, you need to be uncomfortable. Because when we're comfortable, we don't change. We don't move. We stay where we're at. We stay in our routine because we're comfortable. We're familiar with it. And that's what we do. To transform, first we need to be made uncomfortable. And then, for transformation to take place, things have to be destroyed first. They have to be taken away and removed and destroyed. And we're kind of in that period right now. And we have not hit the full destruction yet for the transformation to happen. So, I think we're in this for a little bit longer, I'm sorry to say. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I see. Wiccan was not what Wiccan is colonization. Thank you, Teal Aardvark. I still love that name. Yes, colonized witchcraft, absolutely. Yeah, Teal Aardvark's on it. Witchcraft is older than Wiccan and Wicca in Europe, absolutely. Wiccan is not. It's a made-up word. What are some ingredients to be protected so others can't divinate on you? If someone wants to do divination on you, if they're good, they can do it. You can make distractions, is what I like to call them. Yeah, if somebody's good and they're doing divination on you, there's not really a great way to stop it other than to distract from what's really going on. You can make objects for distraction. And you can also set up warning systems to know if someone is looking at you and divining on you and stuff. You can set up like warning systems to know if that's happening, and you can do distractions. But somebody's really astute, they can get around that shit, and there's not a whole lot you can really do about that. If they're good. Now, good is kind of few and far between. Thank you, Teal Aardvark. You are on it. Yes. Annie, are you okay? Now I'm going to hear that shit. Indo-European religion. Yeah. Gerald Gardner was a piece of shit. You are one? All right, Robert Guerrero? Really? Bendiciones. Hello, College Corner. Weight loss spells. No such thing. No such thing as a weight loss spell. Absolutely not. See, y'all can't do lazy witchcraft. You can't. Spirit does not reward laziness. They absolutely do not reward laziness. This shit is called work, and it's called work for a reason. There ain't no freaking weight loss spell where you're going to just sit on your butt and keep munching and lose weight. Not going to happen. You need to work. I thought generational curses are real. They are real. I never said they weren't real. They're 100% real. What I said is they're rare. That's what I said. I didn't say they're not real. They're real. But they're rare. They're few and far between. But they are absolutely real. I need some chapstick or something. Okay, learn the lesson behind the hell. Think of it as fertilizer. Helps you get... There you go. And like even like a seed has to be planted in darkness, and it needs to come apart and be destroyed in order to transform into its true form and grow a plant. So if you think of things in the terms of nature, why not just be Catholic? You can totally be Catholic and be a witch. Catholicism is witchcraft, y'all. Come on, have you ever been to like a mass? That shit's all witchcraft. Call and response, up and down. Lighting the candles, burning the incense, drinking the blood, eating the body. It's all witchcraft. It's all witchcraft. It's all ritual. The incense, it's all... Catholicism is witchcraft. Why do you think it works so well with saints in the Bible and shit? 100% witchcraft. Y'all just keep... I wouldn't even be arguing with that old religion person. They're just trying to get attention. And what do we do with people that want attention? We ignore them. And when they don't get the attention that they're seeking, they go away. Don't even give them your time or energy. What do they say? You don't cast pearls before swine. Absolutely not. They don't deserve your time, attention, or energy. Don't give it to them. All they want is attention. G needs help. What do you need help with? Oh my God. Say witchcraft is a religion one more time. You know what? We're just going to get rid of you because I think you're a troll. And you're not going to be attention seeking in my live. Bye-bye. Well, it depends on what you practice and how you are connected to it. Okay. Yes, that is true. Just be Catholic and go to Mass and get sacraments. It's the OG Christian faith. It's the OG fucking witchcraft of the Christian faith, that's for sure. I always ask who made the rules and go from there. Again, it depends on what tradition you're talking about. A lot of rules are just universal laws. Good evening, Manabelle. Holy crap. I'm glad I blocked that person. They might be thinking paganism. Paganism isn't even a religion. It's not a religion because there's different facts of religion in paganism. Like paganism itself in a whole as a word is not a religion, but it encompasses many different religions. Thank you for the follow, Samantha Pinto. Yeah, witchcraft is a practice. It's like saying boxing is a religion. Thank y'all. Thank you. That person, they're probably a kid. And I'm glad I blocked them. It's literally against the Bible. Oh, but where? You tell me where it's against the Bible. What if you played with it in school, but were not serious about it and things happened? What about it? What about it? You're trying to get back into it? I don't know. I don't know what your question is there. My fondest memory was building sandcastles with my father, and that was up until my mom took the urn away? You were building sandcastles? Okay. You were building sandcastles with your father in spirit, and she took his urn away? Why would she do that? Once you accept the Bible is not a historic document. Thank you. It's been changed like 300 fucking times. Who said that that's not true? Christians actually took pagans' holidays. That is correct. Yes, they did. They absolutely did, because they didn't want people to practice paganism, so they figured if we commandeer your fucking holidays. Listening to me feels like you're listening to yourself. Cool. You know how in the Bible they say you shall not suffer a witch to live? What if they meant don't mooch off a witch? Thank you. If you actually see, people that want to quote Bible scriptures and crap like that never actually read the entire Bible, because there are witches in the Bible that are sought after and seeked for their advice. And is it Solomon or is it one of the other ones? Has a fucking witch that he goes to all the time. Yeah, there are witches all over. Fuck, Jesus was a witch. There are witches all over the damn Bible. Y'all need to read your whole fucking book and not cherry pick your fucking passages. I missed the book title and author. I know it's in reverse. I know you can't read it, but you can see what it looks like. It's called A Collection of Selected Prayers by Allan Kardec. Originally, it was just called The Little Red Book by Allan Kardec, but it's been republished here with this. So you could probably still get it under The Little Red Book, but it's going to be in Spanish. This is the English version, and this has everything you need in here to work with your spiritual court and all your spirits around you, including your ancestors. Everything you need is in that book. These are nothing we all read and throw in the trash. Gerald Garner has been practicing witchcraft for centuries. It is a religion and it's in this book. Do you know how long a century is? A century is 100 years. Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. Gerald Gardner's practicing witchcraft for centuries. Yo, I can't. I can't. Culture vulture. Thank you, Till Hardbark. The old religion is stole from every culture. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Thought Wicca was pure. You thought wrong. Oh, something just popped up. You thought wrong. It ain't pure. It's colonized is what it is. Pure. Just made up some crap in the 1950s and called it a fucking religion. Where magic first started was in Egypt. No, before that, go back further. Go back further than Egypt. Go back to Sumerian, Babylonian. Go back further. Reading the comments is like arguing with someone that Buddhism isn't a religion or Jewish is a race. I got scared when it worked. Raised Christian. What does that mean? Drawn to it. I like being here. Well, maybe it means you should dip your toe in the pond. Just know what you're doing. I remember how people would call my grandmother so she could interpret their dream. Yes. Your mom is from Italy. Yeah, is the land in Italy and your mom's in America now? Because that complicates things. Going to reach out to you for yes, please do, because you have a very complicated situation with the land deal going on. And another thing is your mom kind of got to get on board with this shit too. Like she got to kind of be aware that work is being done on this issue and go along with it, or it's not going to work too well. She needs to be a part of it. If you follow me, Mesopotamian African traditional religion, somewhere in your history it was practiced. Have you heard of the American? Yeah, we don't say that word apparently, and yeah, I have heard of them. Discovered them had started in Egypt before it. Oh my God, this person is just full of nonsensical know-it-all nothing. How do you do a freezer spell? I mean, you get a picture of a person or you write their name on a paper and you say what you want to happen, pour some water in it, and stick the fucker in the freezer. I'm not a big proponent. I mean, they work to a point, but they don't last very long. My grandma, great-grandma, and great-great-grandma were white witches. I'm considered to be sensitive. My traditions, witchcraft doesn't have a color. There's no white witch, black witchcraft, green witchcraft, blue witch, whatever. We don't, it's just witchcraft. We don't assign color labels to it. There's religions that use magic that are older than Egypt. Thank you. I think that person's a troll, and I'm really glad I blocked them. What do you do? I answer questions and help people. My glasses are cute. Oh, thank you. I don't even know if you can see my bifocals in the camera. You are seeing messages a few minutes after we type that. Yeah, because there's like 100 people in here asking questions, and I'm going to hear you spelled altar incorrectly, Lena. That's not how you spell altar. I hate that. And that's what I'm talking about being specific. If you wrote a petition and spelled altar on it that way, you're going to get a completely different fucking outcome than if you spelled it correctly. Spelling is important. Spelling spells. Spelling spells. Spelling and grammar is important. Google isn't always right. That is also true. Mine is, I asked my family, and that's when they told me I was sensitive. Okay. I mean, sensitive can mean like a lot of things, so specificity. Is that a word? Y'all need to be specific in your questions and what you're doing. Most definitely in hell, I'm telling you. Shh, it's the whole world. I'm sorry, I believe I did say a not so nice past person. Okay. So you want to get rid of a malevolent spirit that's on property. Okay, they in the house or outside the house, because that's going to be different. At first, cleanse the inside of the house first. Number one. You can do many kinds of different cleansings. I'm being told that there's something in the house that was this person's. Like it was left in the house when they passed away. I don't know if I'm being shown something like a piece of furniture or something. Like something like a wooden desk or a table, like a piece of furniture. But there's something in the house that was this person's before they passed. That object needs to go. Whatever that object is that's in the house, that needs to go away because they're kind of attached to the object as well. Get rid of that object and then cleanse the house, burn camphor. You can sound cleanse it, just go around and bang the shit out of something, a bell, or, if you don't have a bell, cliche as it sounds, use a pot and pan or something. Make as much noise as possible for as long as possible. And I'm talking around everywhere. Bang the shit out of something. And follow it up with like a good floor wash or something. And after you get the house inside clean, you're going to clean the outside of the property and throw some salt all around to protect them from coming back. There's something in the house that was theirs. And you're lucky because they usually don't give me that kind of information when I'm doing this on TikTok. So that was an important tidbit, or they wouldn't have showed me. I was lucky to meet Lori Cabot when she had her shop in Salem. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to scroll past the witchcraft or the old religion dude because I blocked that dude. Alright, some kind of depends on your own connection and abilities. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Love it, Henry Davis. Yes. You're welcome for the answer. Let's see. You also don't have to be a witch to see or talk to them. That's true. There are people that got connection to spirits that don't do work in witchcraft. That's 100% true. You know that you were wondering about witches. Egg cleanses. I have a video on my page about egg cleanses and how people are doing them way incorrectly on this app. Watch that video. It's a little bit of an instructional. A quickie. Egg cleanses that I see people on TikTok doing, they do it like this. Like, what could be an egg? All right, this marker's the egg, and they're like this, like all over in every direction. That's not how you do an egg cleanse. You start from the head down, down, arms, down, down, down. Flip them both sides, front, back, and continue all the way down your body, front and back. Make sure you get in between your legs. Make sure you get the bottom of your feet. Downward motions only, not back and forth, not all over the place. That's number one thing that most people do wrong. Number two thing that people do wrong is they break it into a fucking glass. Don't do that unless you are extremely protected and well adept at reading that fucking shit, number one. Number two, if you do break it in the glass, you wait a minimum of like 45 minutes before you come back and try to read that shit, number one. And then you cannot dump a whole bunch of cayenne pepper or some caca shit in the glass and do a return to sender with your egg cleanse. That is not a thing. That is bullcrap. It is not real. I am trained in Spiritismo. That is not how you do an egg cleanse. You cannot do a return to sender that way. My advice, don't break that fucking egg, because you're going to release everything you trapped in there. And if you're not adept at being protection and cleansing your home from that shit, don't break it. Clean yourself with the egg and take it off your property and dispose of it somewhere not broken. Great job. You've gone live for 90 minutes. I have? Holy crap. I think your racist supervisor is doing hexes on you. Oh, that's not good. I mean, why do you think that? T4... I'm just going to call you T4 because I don't know how to pronounce your name. Why do you think your supervisor's doing hexes on? I mean, evil eye? What the hell's that noise? If they're racist against you, like they could 100% be. Thank you for the roses, Athena. They could 100% be doing, the evil eye kind of shit. But as far as hexes, why would you think they're hexing you? They could definitely be doing like evil eye shit, and that can fuck your shit up. It can give you bad luck and misfortune, and make things go awry and stuff like that. But it's not really a hex. Are you theistic or atheistic? I'm theistic. But not in an Abrahamic traditional kind of way. Return that bitch to sender. Yeah, but see, you don't know if they're actually hexing you. That's y'all gotta be sure. You can't just be like, oh, I think I got a curse on me. I think they're hexing me. You can't just think something. You need to be certain that this is going on and exactly what it is. Who's doing it, where, how it was done. And then what's going on before you go off doing some cockamamie stuff. That's why I keep asking, like, someone says they're cursed or they have a generational this or that. How do you know that? How are you certain that that's what it is? Because it can be 100 different fucking things. You all need to know what you're dealing with. You know what you're dealing with and be fucking certain of it. Not I think. Yes, Catholics are witches. How many idols did they worship? They're so ritualistic. Oh, pecan. I was in we were doing this in a local neighborhood group earlier tonight. Somebody was saying it's pecan, and then someone was like, no, it's how does someone else say it? Pecan. Everybody was in an argument on how you say pecan. Pecan. Oh, that's how you say it. You're a pagan. Awesome. You already asked me. Again, y'all, ask your question one time, please, because it's going to take me forever. I will get to your question. Don't keep retyping it, because that's just going to take me longer to get through the chat. One question, one time, and I will get to it when I get to it. Don't retype over and over again. Witchcraft is hot. It can be, or it can be cold. Thank you, Athena. Good morning, Andreas Gusman. I'm horrible with names. If I butcher, I apologize. How was your Lionsgate? Oh, you mean, yeah, I don't celebrate the solstices, really. That's not, yeah. I mean, I kind of do it my own way, but not the way most people would think it. What do? I answer questions and I help people. I'm a problem solver and an educator. What is the definition of witchcraft? I mean, you got Google, honey. Why are you asking me the definitions of things? Google it. It'll give you the definition. Why would you ask me that's just dumb. How does it work? If so, can you prove it? What? Can I prove witchcraft? I'm going to say I don't have to prove it. I don't have to prove it, because if you were supposed to have proof and you were supposed to know it, you would. You would. If you want proof, come get some fucking work from me. You'll have your proof. Do you believe in astrology? Absolutely. It's not a big part of my practice, but I do believe it has a lot of merit. I also think numerology has a hell of a lot of merit to it. I think astrology is a big hunk of a lot of universal balance and laws and energies, and yes, it's just not a big part of. Thank you, Jedden Nelson. Not a big part of my personal practice, but yes, I definitely think it's valid. It has a lot of validity, and it's a lot to it. Yeah, very good. Have I been to Beltane? No, I don't really celebrate the solstice things like pagans do. I don't consider myself a pagan. So we don't really do that. Now we do like Halloween. Thank you, Athena. Simply because that's all souls. That's all souls. That's time of the dead, and that's for like everybody. What's the coolest thing to what's the closest thing to witchcraft? What do you mean, what's the closest thing to... What kind of question is that? What's the closest thing to witchcraft? The Witch of Endor. How can you communicate with a loved one on Halloween when the veil is... Then, I mean, you can communicate with your loved ones no matter what the veil is doing. You can do it anytime you want. And pick your tool of choice. There are tons. I mean, I would highly recommend not just communicating with them one night of the year. I would recommend doing it every day. Pick your tool of choice to communicate with them. Pendulums, rods, cards, tarot or playing cards, 4 objects. I mean, there are many different tools. Scrying, there's many different divination tools. Pick one that you like and it works for you, and communicate with them. You did not read Solomon, did you? I don't think so. Ooh, wait, my chat went away. Oh my god, it took me the whole way. Hold on, y'all. Something happened, my chat popped away, and now I'm like, I gotta scroll back. Okay, it's stopping me. I might have missed your comments now, because my chat did something weird, and it's only letting me go back so far. I'm gonna get through this that I have now, and if I don't have your question and I don't answer it, like, type it again, even though I just told you not to do that. Thanks, TikTok. Jesus was a witch. I always said Jesus was a great shaman. He was not a shaman. Do not call him a shaman. Magician, witch, absolutely. Not a shaman. Y'all need to learn what a shaman is. You also, on the definitions, look up the definition of a shaman. Cleaning after New Year, not putting your purse on the floor, except that's very good practices right there, College Corner. They are not your ancestors you're communicating with. Oh my God, you tell them that. That's funny as hell. Can you explain those Native American? I mean, I can't. I'm not Native American. Why would you ask a palm-colored person about Native American practices or witchcraft? Why would you do that? I'm not them. That's not my culture. Why would you ask me that? So do I know any bad witches? I know caca crappy poo-poo witches. What do you mean by a bad witch? If you mean by like fake frauds, scammers, yeah, I know plenty of those. They're bad. Meditation helps. Using I can't even or tarot deck or get a Ouija board. You can. I don't recommend Ouija boards to most lay practitioners. Like do this stuff for a couple years before you try that form of divination. And even cards you got to be careful with. Like, don't do that shit on your bed, like, ever. 4-object divination. Anybody can do. Pick up 4 quarters. Pick up 4 pennies. Any 4 objects that have a front and a back that is distinguishable, and they're like the same object. You can totally do divination with 4 objects. No such thing as a bad witch. Only bad. No, that's not true either. There's bad witches. Is this pre-recorded? No. Main character, I'm live. I mean, TikTok tells you I'm live, right? You're on my live. Why are you asking if it's pre-recorded? No problem. I'm still in practice, so if you have any questions... Okay. Blessed be Jabberwock. Cool name. Ooh, I haven't thought about that shit in a long time. That was my favorite shit when I was a kid. I like that shit. Yeah, thank you, Hazel Eyes. Is this a learned College Corner? Thank you. Is this okay. That's a conversation between you guys. I'm not getting involved in it. How do you get rid of a not-so-nice past spirit attached to property? Can removing items left help? Are you the same person that I was speaking to earlier, Susie B? About the spirit attached to the property? I think that was you, and I totally answered that. And I think I did tell you there is an object in the home that was this person's, and you need to get rid of that object. It's some kind of wooden object. Like, I was being shown a desk or like a hutch or a table. It's some kind of wooden object that was that person's, and it's still in the house, and it needs to go. How did you know you were a witch? I didn't. Honestly, like I said earlier, a lion doesn't have to tell you it's a lion. Everybody knows it's a fucking lion. Honestly, like the kids I grew up with, and like they knew I was a witch before I knew I was a witch. Like, they were calling me a witch when I was a little fucking kid. I didn't even know what a witch was. Like, I hadn't even seen The Wizard of Oz yet or some shit. Like, I didn't figure it out until like I was in my late teens-ish. Of what exactly was going on. I knew I could do things. I knew I could cast spells and that they always worked and stuff, but I didn't know what I was, actually, until I was a little bit older. And like everyone else knew it before I knew it. Because I call it the it. It's the it factor. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. And if you have it, you can't hide it. And everybody knows it. Like, it's just what it is. One question, no mute or block. Yes or no? What? You're welcome, Lena Periodo 910. Being native, there is a reason I'm focusing on. Oh, you're native and you're asking me about native witchcraft. Are you kidding? Palm colored, hello. Why would you ask me those questions? Especially if you're native. Ask your people. Oh, what's going on? Whew. Hello, Anastasia. If you was native, you would know they don't. Thank you, Hazel Eyes. Yes. One question: no mute or block. Yes or no? What are you saying, Bonnie Roja? I don't understand. No mute, block. Yes, no. What deal? What are you talking about? Everything can be learned, but past experience through generations can be struck. That's true too. We absolutely carry the memories of our ancestors in our DNA. Absolutely. And that's a lot of how generational trauma gets passed on through your line. You got to heal that shit. That's another reason why working with ancestors is so very, very important. Yes, furniture. Okay. That's what they were showing me. And that, honestly, Susie, it must be important because they don't do that when I'm doing lives on TikTok. They don't communicate with me like that and give me pictures and stuff. So it must be very important for you to know this. Yeah, like readings and other situations. Yes, they communicate with me a lot, but not doing this because I don't do readings on TikTok lives. But that's important information for you, so they gave it to you. I think getting rid of that furniture and taking the steps that I prescribed is going to solve your problem. Leave and watch a cat video. Did I do the right thing by breaking it off with the most recent guy? Again, yeah, not readings. This is not what this is. It's not readings. Again, y'all, if there's a troll in the comments, do not respond to the troll at all. Ignore, and they will go away. They want your attention. Do not give it to them. Excuse me. Do not give them your energy, your time, or attention. That's what they want. Do not give them what they want. Ignore. They will go away. And that just kind of clogs up the chat, and it takes me longer to get, through and answer everybody's questions. Is it fair to say witches and psychics in same group? No. I would not say that's the same group. Witches are a different ballpark. You can be a witch and be psychic, and vice versa, or you can be one or the other as well. Like, not all witches are psychics, and not all psychics are witches. They're not the same thing. What if you collect demons? Hopefully on purpose. Hopefully you're collecting them on purpose. What does a black cat showing up to my home and trying to come inside? It was not scared. I actually had that happen. I was talking about that earlier. It happened to me like 3 weeks ago. It wasn't a black cat. My black cat just passed away, actually. And then this kitten showed up at my door and just walked in like he owned the fucking place. I kind of think we're assigned a cat. I think everybody is assigned a cat and they're sent to you. I mean, joking, but also serious. I kind of think that. I mean, it could be something good. It could be something bad. You need to do some good divination and figure out if it's a good cat or a bad cat. It could be sent there to do bad things, or it could be sent to help you and do good things. You need to do divination and figure that out. Did I do? Yeah. It's only classified as a witch if they do practice. Psychics are different. Yes. Why is this okay? Thank you, X Cups, for sharing the live. Why isn't it okay? We all have our beliefs. Okay, thank you. I have a deep question to ask, but won't ask it on here. Okay, you can email me or contact me through my Facebook page. I fully understand. Thank you, Athena. Fully understand wanting privacy for certain things. Absolutely. I am deciding whether to open an online shop to offer my candles. Any thoughts, positive or negative? I think you should check with your people. Ask them if it'd be a good idea, and also make sure your protection game's on point. Make sure you protect your business and your ventures and stuff before you go out there. Realize when you do go out there publicly and stuff, you're gonna put a bullseye on your back. Realize that, understand it, and deal with it, and learn how to protect your business and yourself. And once you get that stuff down, go for it. But I would be talking, thank you for the roses, I would be talking to my ancestors. I would be talking to my spiritual core and my ancestors and asking them if they recommend that this is what I do. If they say go for it, go for it. If they say go for it, tell them, hey, you're going to help me protect this shit, right? Thank you again for the hand heart. Allspice instead of cinnamon, blown in the first of the month. Cinnamon doesn't do it for me. Mix them together. Mix them together. And that's it, man. See, y'all are so close. Oh, so close with blowing the cinnamon powder. Back in the day, dude, blowing powders, y'all, powders are the fucking shit, man. Powders are the shit. Blowing powders are the shit. Y'all need to start learning about powders and learning how to make your fucking powders and what they're capable of, because goddamn, nobody fucks with powders anymore. Blowing powders are the shit. And I'm going to say it again for y'all that are recently came in here. I have a class. I have a few openings available, and class starts this coming Sunday, the 13th. It's on dirts and waters. It's a 2-course class. First class is this Sunday, will be dirts. The second class is next Sunday, will be on the waters and how to make waters, how to collect them, and everything like that. I got a few spots left. So, and it's a game changer, y'all. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. If y'all, and it's why can't I say that word? Applicable? I've been talking too long, y'all. I've been on here like 2 hours. To any practice. You can use it in any practice that you do to enhance. It's general around the board. So I try to always do my classes like that. I want somebody to be able to take the information that I'm providing and put it into practice in their own practice. So I always try to do like path-friendly kind of classes. But yes, it's this Sunday is the first class. I have a few spots left. You want in on it, go to my website, primitiverootconjure.com, and sign up for the Dirts and Waters class. It'll be a live class on Zoom. It will be recorded. So if anybody can't attend the class, you can still sign up for it, and I will send you a recording of the class. I heard you're supposed to get somebody else to cleanse you, specifically an experienced No, that is only needed if you have something extremely caca on you, you can almost always majority cleanse yourself. Unless it's something really bad, really strong and really nasty, you can almost always cleanse yourself. Yeah, as long as you're adept at cleansing yourself, with the egg, yeah, you can totally do an egg cleansing on yourself. 100%, you can do it on yourself, yes. That's not, you don't need somebody else to do that. And a spiritual cleansing, I mean, there's many different kinds of spiritual cleansings. Like I was saying, the only time you should need another person to cleanse you is if it's really fucking bad. So in other words, you've cleansed yourself numerous times and you can't get this caca off of you. That's when it's time to look for somebody else, maybe of a different tradition or path, maybe someone who's been doing it a little bit longer. Thank you, Holly Brock. Oh, good night. Oh, that was cute. I've never seen that one before. That's when you need to go get somebody else to cleanse you. You can absolutely cleanse yourself, majority of the time. Someone possibly cursed my family. Okay, well, you need to find out for sure. If you need a reading, inbox me. I'll give you a referral because I'm booked up. Did I do the right thing by... I don't know how to do that. Do what? The non-broken egg you eat in a... What? Are you telling me you're going to cleanse yourself with an egg and eat it? Have you lost your mind? You got to be a troll. You have got to be a troll. Oh, hell no. Did I do the right thing? Are curses and hexes the same thing? No. They're not the same thing. Curses generally last a lot longer and they're a lot harder to remove. But damn near everything has a remedy. If something was put on, it can be taken off. It's just figuring out what it is and the remedy for it. But just like nature, every illness has a cure. Hexes are known from Abu. I need some chapstick, y'all. My lips are getting dry from talking so much. I got this fan right on top of me. It's like drying my lips out. Curses are said to be strong. Yeah, they tend to be stronger. They tend to last a lot longer, and they tend to be a lot harder to remove. And I'll tell you what, curses are very few and far between. They're a thing. They can be done, but it's rare because most practitioners are not of that skill level to be able to do stuff like that. Curses are extremely rare. And by rarity, I'm going to tell you, I have been doing this since I was 9 years old. About 36 years I've been doing this, and I have come across an actual curse maybe 3 or 4 times in 36 years. Like they're pretty dang rare. Can you tell me about the skinny? Oh, that, yeah. No, Mr. Native person, I cannot. How are you? Which is north? And why are people... They are demons? What? But I use the word hex curse interchangeably personally, or call it being crossed up. Absolutely. See, cross condition, we call it a condition too. A cross condition, hex, kind of the same thing. Curse is a different animal. I have been practicing and getting very tired afterwards. And yeah, you need to ground yourself after you're done working. Absolutely. And depending on what you're doing, you probably also need to cleanse yourself when you're done working. So, like, anytime after I'm done, I go cleanse myself, and then I will ground myself, and the best way for me to do that is eat. There's many ways to ground yourself, but the quickest, fastest way to ground yourself is eat something. That'll bring you right into it. I will be right back. I need to grab another drink. My mouth is so dry because I've been on here forever. 1 minute. I'll be right back. Chapstick too. My lips is dry. Thank you, chapstick. Yes. What a fucking relief that is. Okay. I keep finding onion skins everywhere. Even under my pillow. That's interesting. That is an onion skins are generally seen as healing. You can place an onion under your bed and draw out illness and sickness, and someone thinks you need some healing or something. Onion skins they're not seen as a bad thing. Do I believe in Jesus? I believe Jesus was a witch. I don't believe Son of God and all that hoopla. There are no such things. Yeah, okay. Can you break a soul tie? I don't have any experience in that area. So I don't if it's not ancestral, I don't see why you couldn't. Just know if an animal seems off or someone seems off, go the other way. You're like, not dear. Why does my neighbors come outside every time I come outside because they're nosy? What kind of question is that? Any words that you speak are spoken into reality. What you put out comes back to you. Thank you, and not threefold and blah 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 blah. But you definitely reap what you sow. What I don't understand is why is it called Lion Gate? Leo isn't the 8th zodiac. Anyway, isn't it like the position of the sun? Ask your local Catholic priest. They use witchcraft during an exorcism. Mm-hmm. They use witchcraft more than that, honey. Something you want to see, you don't want to be noticed by. You're from Appalachians. College Corner. I can tell already. Numerology, Saturn rules number 8. Bam. A native elder can best describe it better. Exactly. Why are they asking palm-colored people? As they're supposedly native themselves. I think they're a troll. No, he didn't. No, sir. We are not using slurs. I knew they were a fucking troll. We are not doing that in my life. That's when the villa's at its dentist? What? That is when the... Okay. That's when the veil is at its thinnest. That's when the veil is at its dentist. Oh my god, that was amazing. Oh boy, how's it going? Whew. Just never seen one, just been told to stay away. Oh, I really don't like her. She's a bad witch. Bad witch. Pick one that you like, and I work. Yeah, we're not even going to read comments from them anymore because they're totally a troll and using very nasty slurs for something that they supposedly are. Get the fuck out of here. Give them some milk. No! Do not put milk out. Who are you giving milk to? Are you talking about that cat? If it's a cat, it's okay. Anything else, don't put milk out. You're going to attract fae, and you don't want those fuckers around your fucking house. Trust me. My question was, how do you break soul tie? I honestly can't tell you. I could tell you how to cut cords, not with a fucking candle, like actually cut cords. But I don't want to tell you that on a live, because it could cause injury if you're not careful, and I don't want everybody listening to it and just running out and doing this thing, and then they're going to be like fucking themselves up. So if you want to know how to cut cords for real, message me or email me or something. Go to my profile. There's a link tree. Like, drop it down. I have tons of social media platforms and everything, and emails, and you can message me, and I can give you instruction on how to do that. But I don't want to give that out on a live because somebody could hurt themselves. Did I do the right thing? Okay. Excuse me. Oh, that person was just terrible. I wish I would have seen this earlier. I would have blocked them sooner. Good and bad in every witch. Balance. Thank you. It's all about balance. I'm happy to help. Let's keep that nice, though. Yes, let's keep the chat nice. If I conjure a curse on someone, do I owe a demon a favor? If you gotta ask me a question like that, you're not capable of conjuring a curse on someone. You could give them a little evil eye or something, but you're not going to conjure a curse on someone. If you need to ask me that question, you're not adept enough to do that. Allspice instead of cinnamon blown into my home first of the month. Cinnamon doesn't. Yeah, so we already went through that. Combine them together. No one said we don't smoke the devil's lettuce. Oh, that's what I'm going to call my neighbor who lets her dog poo in my yard. Did you take that poo? You could take that poo and stop that. Jesus was not a witch. He was a full light being with all his power. You are definitely a witch. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna argue with you on that one, but definitely not the Son of God. If you want my honest, full strength opinion, Jesus is the Son of God. The Son. Like the literal fucking Son. That's Jesus. The disciples, the 12 zodiacs around the sun. Jesus is the light of the world. Yeah, the sun lights the world. He's our risen Savior. Absolutely, because if it don't come up, we're all fucking dead. Oh, I could go on and on and on and on. So a full light being with all its power, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Because it's the fucking sun. You're on their land, and that's why I ask, especially claiming you're something of a witch. Are you talking to me? No, I blocked them. I'm not reading their comments anymore. That's right. You can do a curse with your own energy. No demons involved or spirit. If you're capable, yeah. But you need to be extremely astute and practiced to do that. What if I ask a demon for help? Then you need to make a pact. You need to make a bargain and hold up your end of it, and you're good to go. I see a lot of girls doing tarot. I know. Ugh. I am absolutely not a card jockey. Blair Witch vibes. You should see my house. If you use demons, you have to give an offering. No, don't give a demon blood. Holy shit. Till Aardvark. No. You've been so good in the chat tonight and like keeping things under reins and giving good advice. Do not give a demon blood. Absolutely fucking no. You don't just give them an offering. You need to make a deal with them. You need to make a bargain. You need to ask them what they want. And you give them what they want if that's, a good deal for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they want, you don't just give them shit. You got to ask them what they want. And then if that's agreeable to you, then you make a bargain. They do their part, you get what they want, and give it to them, and done. Easy peasy. I recommend look into the Goetia and the left-hand path. Demons help because they want to work with you. You can also make an altar. You spelled it wrong, and give thanks. You don't make an altar to a demon, honey. I mean, I suppose some people do. It's not really something you want to keep around by building an altar to it. Yes, I rewrote it due to misunderstanding. Okay. You can use diabetic lancet to stop. Till Aardvark. Stop with the blood. Don't tell people to do that. Like, seriously. Your blood is not for feeding. Your blood is to make pacts. Forever, unbreakable pacts. You think getting married is a big deal? Make a blood pact with a fucking spirit. Don't do that shit. Don't tell people to do that shit. Don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Don't play with that shit. Honestly. I have blood pacts. Trust me. That is some serious fucking shit. Don't just willy-nilly be telling people to do that shit. Any ghost stories? Oh, honey, I have a million and I can't. I have so many people in this chat right here. Like, I can't sit here and tell fucking ghost stories. I'm here to help people and answer their questions. But if you want to hear my ghost stories, or some of them anyway, I have a YouTube channel, Primitive Roots Conjure on YouTube, and I have my ghost stories. Like, you're gonna have to scroll way down, like probably 4 years back, but a lot of my ghost stories are on there. Yeah. I can't do it right now. She pays to live there, it's hers. Okay. Anything come through for me? I'm not doing readings. That's what the sign says. I've been helping a friend. I've been getting worn out and tired after casting. I think I answered your question. You need to ground when you're done, and you need to cleanse yourself. Is Grant with me? Not readings. Again. Anything Stop typing the same questions over and over and over again, people. It's going to take me so much longer to get through the chat. One question, I will get to it when I get to it. I keep feeling this bad energy in my house, and in my sleep, I keep hearing someone whispering my name. Okay, so that could be a lot of things. If you feel like it's bad, I mean, sometimes we can get a little weirded out from shit and think like, oh, it's bad, and it's really not bad. Like, that could honestly be one of your ancestors or one of your spiritual core. If you're really, really feeling like it's something bad, cleanse your house, cleanse your home. I'm actually going to put my dream pillows. I make dream pillows once a year. They're always very limited, and they sell out fucking immediately. In fact, I usually do them on pre-order, because they sell out so damn fast, because I can only make so many per year because the ingredients have to be fresh, and I can only gather them, like one time a year. A dream pillow can help you tremendously with the nightmares and stuff, but if it's just you hear someone whispering your name, I mean, honestly, that could be anything. If you need a little protection while you're sleeping, you can put an egg under your bed with a bowl of water. Just make sure you, like in a shallow bowl. Get a shallow bowl, like a white, let me start over. Get a white, shallow bowl, fill it with water, and put an egg in it. And speak to the egg and tell the egg you want it to protect you while you're sleeping and trap any negative entity or energies that come at you while you're sleeping and everything. Just make sure you empty that out in the morning. Off your property. Do not break the egg. That'll help tremendously. You can also hang a coffin nail cross or something like that above your head, like on your headboard or something while you're sleeping. That'll stave off a lot of shit too. Or I'll have my dream pillows coming out soon. I haven't been intentional with my casting in a long time. Take a day or two to recover. You may need to charge back. You just need to cleanse and ground, honestly. And we do get really tired from doing work. I mean, my God, it can be extremely exhausting, where it's going to put you on your ass for at least a few days if you're doing bad, big stuff. Since you haven't been intentional with doing work for quite a while, and now you're getting back into it, it's just like exercise, right? So like, if you're used to going to the gym every day and you're in good shape and you're exercising, and then you don't go to the gym, for a couple months, you get all out of shape. And then when you go back to the gym, everything's sore and tight and it hurts. And you got to build that. It's like flexing a muscle, right? You got to build that spiritual stamina back up. So, I mean, you're doing good. You just need to cleanse yourself when you're done and make sure you're grounding when you're finished. And if you're exhausted, rest. By all means, rest until you build that muscle back up. Yes. Black or white practice? I don't assign colors to practice. Why not do cards on bed? Because you're opening a portal to talk to spirits, and you don't want to do that on your bed where you sleep unless you want nasty nightmares and things attacking you on spirit plane. And by all means, do it on your bed. By all means. Sure, paid seems legit, even if it's not something that's something to be paid for. Okay. That made 0 sense. I need validation. Are you a medium? I am not a medium. I never claimed to be a medium. Hello from Arizona. My family comes from a line of witches deep in Nogales, Mexico. Okay, that's awesome. Does anything come through for me? No readings. It says it right there on the sign. I just found out my grandfather was adopted and my last name isn't really my last name. I mean, it is really your last name, though. His name was different. I mean, I get what you're saying. Adopted ancestors. Yeah. People that have adopted ancestors are way luckier than most people because you get 2 sets of ancestors. Because adopted ancestors are 100% legit and they don't have to be your blood because they adopted you into their lineage, into their line. So they're your ancestors regardless whether they're blood or not because they adopted you into their lineage. So you have adopted ancestors and then you have blood ancestors. So you get double the ancestors everybody else gets, which is a good deal. How do I figure out if I have a gift or if I'm legit crazy? That's a hard question. Well, the things come true, or I mean, fuck. Get a reading too. What can we ask? You can ask anything, educational content about witchcraft, spirituality, cryptids, superstitions, all kinds of stuff. What do you need to do and teach them to understand? Do what you need to do and teach them to understand. Okay. Anything about magic? Yes. Girl, it's probably both us crazies are gifted. That's true too. And I know a lot of like indigenous type cultures, they think crazy people are like extremely gifted. Like, people that hear voices and like people that Western society stick in a mental hospital and everything. Like those kind of people are utilized in other cultures and they're seen as like wise men and spirit walkers and like I think Western culture has it all backwards. What made you want to get into this practice? I've been interested for a few years, but I didn't want to get into it. I was born this way. I was raised this way. It wasn't a want to get into it. Do you see ghosts? Yes, I do. More often, I hear, smell, or something like that more than seeing, but I do see them sometimes. I'm new to join. Well, welcome, Nicole. Do you smoke, or I smoke cigarettes? Trying to quit. So I got this thing. Like law of attraction using herbs and candle. Don't we feel alone now? Don't answer the call. Go through your house with a bell and sage, not white, and clam. I wouldn't even say even not white sage. Use camphor, y'all. Either use camphor or put your own blend of herbs together for cleansing. Not any kind of sage. Hello, witch here. Hello, Lady Death. Good name. I was sent a black cat named Lily from the Munsters. Cool. I used to channel spirits as a teenager. I went through traumatic changes and lost my connections. You can bring those back. If you had them when you were younger, you still have them. There's just blockages and things going on that need to be healed and rectified, and obstacles need to be cleared away, and you can totally bring that back. meditation. Clear your mind and try to focus. What can we ask? Anything related to magic, witchcraft, spirituality, superstitions, cryptids, all kinds of stuff. At the time, I was having paranormal activity at the time when the cat came, moved houses soon after. Okay. Chelsea, is Mark wishing things were different between... Yeah, no readings. It says it on the sign. I know you probably can't read it, but it says it. Are there spells to have our dogs as... I mean, your dogs are already protectors. That's what they do. You don't need a spell to make your dogs protectors. Am I claiming to be a witch? I don't claim to be anything. I am a messenger of spirit and a servant of spirit. Are dogs naturally spirited? And everything is a naturally spirited animal. Everything has a spirit. Plants have spirits. Rocks have spirits. The ground has spirits. Animals have spirits. Everything has a spirit. So yes, everything is a naturally spirited animal. You need to recognize that everything has a spirit. Hello, Shadow 23. You're welcome, Silver. I smelt a fruity pebble smell twice today. My son died in two. Absolutely. Yeah. I smell things a lot, but look at the size of my fucking nose. Yeah, smells. I think it's called clairsentient, if I'm not mistaken. Smelling spiritual smells is definitely a thing. That's one of the ones I get a lot. You want to join? I don't know you, honey. I don't let people join that I don't know, because I don't know if you're cray-cray. It's a real thing, finding raccoon corpse and cutting the nuts off and turning it into powder. Okay. Your uncle was a shaman? Is your uncle native? Or an indigenous person to some land? Do you see my attachment by any... No, honey, I'm not seeing... This is not readings. What the fudge nuts? You were awesome. What the fudge nuts? Speaking of nuts, dude, that kitten I was talking about earlier just showed up at my door. We thought it was a girl. Like, it didn't have no nuts. And we're calling it Miss Kitty. And we've had her like a month. And I was petting her the other day. I was petting her belly. And my fingers bumped something. And I was like, that didn't feel right. And I went back. She got little bitty balls. Dude, her balls dropped. It's a boy. It's a fucking boy. We got a transgender kitty. Seriously, it's a boy. I was like, no way. I have had a lot of cats in my life. I've had a lot of kittens. I've had a lot of litters of kittens born. I've never seen a cat that, like, their balls dropped that late into their... Thank you, Susie B. Like, I've never seen it take that long. Like, fucking crazy. Yeah, it's a fucking boy. And we've all had this kitten for a month, and we're all like, Miss Kitty, oh, little pretty girl, and like saying all this shit. And I was like, dude, it's a fucking boy. Holy shit. Curse is generational. Sometimes, not always. It's not always generational. It can be, but not always, and not very often. Naya's back! Yay! I give all my respect to witches. They are pretty and scary. We're not scary, unless you make us mad. I like to do a shower cleanse with rosemary soap. Washes the bad energy down the drain. There you go. If y'all need some, like, healing, good stuff, get some fresh eucalyptus and hang it from your shower head. Oh, amazeballs. Curse longer length. Hexes are shorter lived. Like the. Oh my god, am I that far behind, y'all? I'm trying. I'm so trying. How do I get unwanted roommates to move out of my home? Hotfoot them. If you don't know how to make hotfoot powder, get mine. It's the bomb. It's never failed. PrimitiveRootsConjure.com. They'll be gone. I guarantee it. Cool. I signed up for your Dirts and Waters class. Yay! Thank you, Athena. Yeah, I only got a couple spots left. And that was one. If anybody else wants in on the class, you better get in there and sign up for it. There are curses, hexes, and jinxes. True, and there's cross conditions as well. Stop spamming and excuse yourself. TM's here to learn. Have you ever made a voodoo doll? I don't practice voodoo. And actually, voodoo practitioners don't make voodoo dolls. That's like a Hollywood buckus. Some practices make poppets or little dolls, but they're not voodoo dolls, and they're not called voodoo dolls. I have made dolls. Or poppets, whatever you want to call them, but they're not voodoo dolls. Is the Lionsgate portal really real or a hoax? I cannot answer that question. I don't know. How do I sign up for the class? PrimitiveRootsConjure.com. Go to the menu where it says classes, and there's only 2 classes. There's the ancestral class, and then there's the dirt and waters class. Do you believe in angels? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I work with angels. Had visions when I walked into a house thinking it was the past and realized last night I actually... How did you find it? I clicked on the link in her bio. Just did through the link in her bio and then finding classes. Predicted what was to come years later. Okay, wait. You had visions. You walked into a house thinking it was the past. You realized that night it predicted what was to come years later. It's a premonition. You had a premonition. Yeah, it's quite normal. And thank you, Ty. Quite normal and common, yeah. It's deja vu-y. It's crazy when it happens. It's only happened to me a couple times in my life, and it's always really dumb shit. I mean, dumb shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck kind of premonition? And I mean, it'll be to the goddamn T, and it's dumb fucking shit. Like, I went to, I need to get to your questions. I need to not tell stories. It's dumb shit. Like, super dumb shit. To the left, hamburger drop down. Hamburger drop down. I do astrology, and yes, Lionsgate is real and even observed in Christianity. There you go. Abraham does astrology. He can answer those questions, because that's not my thing. I don't understand why it's called Lionsgate, because Leo isn't the 8th zodiac. Can anyone refer the best dream book interpretation to purchase anywhere? Yes, and someone refer them a book for dream interpretation, because I don't know one. Numerology, Saturn rules number 8. Okay. Send the witches back to the woods, please. I actually already kind of live in the woods, so. And I was born in the woods. I never left the woods. I might have left for a couple of years, lived in the suburbs for a little bit. That's why I was smoking backwoods. Yes. I like the numerology reference. 8 is also tied to the infinity symbol and the karmic wheel. How can I win the Powerball or Mega... Hey, if you figure it out, let me know. Serious question. Can I cash app you $20 for the class now and $25 on Thursday? You can just sign up on Thursday. I don't really do cash app on the website. It's a PayPal only. Abraham Saturn is a planet of karma. I wouldn't use the word karma. I would use the word judge and justice and order. Karma is a different animal. You could buy a lottery ticket from the local gas station. Buy 100 of them, your chances will be better. How do you find motivation to exercise? You gotta find that in yourself, honey. I was saying that earlier. There's no weight loss spells. There's no self-love spells. That all has to come from within you. You gotta do that work. You gotta have the determination. The 3 D's in this shit. Discipline, determination, and demand. If you have the determination to have the discipline, then you can demand whatever the fuck you want in your own person. Yeah, I got certified spiritual numerology. I had done astrology for 10 years. Amazing, Abram. I'm probably butchering your name. Be Immortal has a question. Shoot. I can honestly recommend finding someone to work out with to motivate one another. There you go. That's a good idea. When you sign a placement is a good time. I'm trying to get, I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through these so fast. You're so right. Problem is that okay, I'm not going to read the conversations between you guys. I do candle magic for soul tie breaking. Single wick for 2 candles or string tied around. But yeah, I don't do it that way. Candles aren't good for everything. Let me just put it that way. Candles are great, but there's only so much a candle can do. There's so many other ways of doing things other than candles. Okay, not reading conversation between you two. They don't come outside because you're outside. You are paranoid. Oh my God, am I that far back? Jesus Christ. Black candles are good. I use herbs and intentions when I walk people through soul tie cord. I'm just saying a candle only does so damn much. I have a Cancer moon as well. Okay, what can I do with a spirit who won't go away with herbs and such? Camphor, number 1. I mean, you are aware that we all have spirits and we all have ancestors, right? So, I mean, you're not going to get rid of those. The only thing you're going to get rid of is like stragglers, intruders, or ones that aren't, like blood tied to you or sent with you from birth, like a court. If you can't get it out with herbs and stuff, I mean, there's many ways to cleanse. Like I said earlier, first, number 1, do camphor. Then do a sound cleanse. Then follow it up, make a floor wash and follow. I mean, if you do boom, 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 and you do like 4 different types of cleansing back to back, you're going to get rid of everything. Anything that can be gotten rid of should be getting rid of. You can't be a one-trick pony when it comes to stuff. You have to have different things. There's different ways to do things. And if one way isn't working, if doing it with herbs isn't working, do it another way. Do it with sound. If the sound isn't working, do it with make a fucking floor wash. If you want to do, but once you're baptized, you're baptized. I mean, it's not really a way to undo that. But I mean, honestly, it's just a ceremony, and it's not even a serious ceremony. Like, it's not a big fucking deal. Just don't practice it anymore. Don't do that. Don't think it. Don't be it. I was baptized fucking Catholic. Are they trying to give milk to Santa Claus? Santa Claus. Can a crystal, that's a weird way to spell it, be used to make someone sick. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, people out here are doing the most with these goddamn crystals, and a lot of them are toxic. Yeah, I seen somebody, what are they doing now? Oh, they're putting borax. They're drinking fucking borax or some shit. And borax is a crystal, y'all. They're drinking borax. I seen people putting selenite in their fucking water and drinking it. Oh my God, you're going to shred your lungs and your esophagus? Yes. Crystals can make people sick. Absolutely. Gemini, Virgo, and Cancer placements will show you where you are most psychic in your chart. 12th house placements can be rough, as well as 6th and 8th house. You know, I really want my birth chart done someday. I haven't done it because, number one, I haven't met anyone really good at it. Number two, I don't want to give somebody that much information about myself because I don't trust people. Am I reading old comments? Apparently I'm really fucking far behind. I'm pretty. Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time. Yes, she is going through one by one. We have similar placement. I'm getting there. If you were born around 1990, you'll have Capricorn stellium. Can a crystal given by someone make someone sick? Yes. Absolutely. Any gift can be given with ill intent or a hex or something put on that gift. Absolutely. One of my favorite tricks is, like, if I have an enemy, I'll mail them a sweet little, nice little card. And I'll, like, dust it with something. It'll be like this pretty little thank you card or, some nice gesture, and I'll fucking dust it with some nasty shit. Yes, gifts can absolutely be given and mess people up. Yeah. Yes, and they can be toxic as well, as she's saying. I use tarot cards as representational magic would say. Yeah, a lot of people do that. You can do it with playing cards too. Can I answer your question, please? I think that's why I had to do it. The S is backwards because an S can only go. I had to put this sign in reverse so it's forward to you guys. You realize everything's flipped. So I had to backwards writing everything on here, and some letters, these are stickers, okay, and you can't, they only stick on one way. The R's are backwards too. People don't understand, don't do demon magic if you can't handle shit. That's a good rule of thumb. I wouldn't even say don't do demon magic if you can't handle shit. I would say don't send out some shit that you can't handle yourself. If you couldn't handle that being sent to you and deal with it, don't send it to somebody else if you couldn't handle it yourself. That's a good rule of thumb. I've been doing more Celtic-based magic, set up Fae. God, I can't stand Fae. Oh my God. Get them out. Thank you, little QB. Same with angel magic. They are pretty fierce. Yes, oh my God. Archangel Michael whooped some fucking ass. Fiery sword, y'all. Have a good night, Diana. You're probably already gone. I summoned a lowly waifu demon. Been together for 10 years. Well, there you go. Make friends with your demons. Yeah, I should definitely write about the pack thing. I didn't have enough space to type it. Oh, yeah, don't be telling people to do that shit. Really don't. You're going to hurt people. You're going to fuck people up. And then that's going to come back on you because you did that shit. From my experience, they seem to cut things out that aren't necessary. I'm getting there. It was scary at first with my lowly demon, but she grew on me. Yes, make friends with your demons. Keep talking, Grammy. Did you just call me a Grammy? I'm Gen X. I guess I could be a Grammy. What's wrong with my 100-year-old wife? Damn it. Okay. See, you guys are having a lot of conversations between yourselves, which is fine, but it takes me a lot longer to get through the damn comments. Look into your dreams. There should be symbolic meaning to your dream. Yeah, but interpreting those symbolic meanings is a whole nother animal. And you guys are talking about fae and fuck fae. I am not about fucking fae, man. I don't like them fuckers at all. Depends on where you are in your life. Nightmares tend to be your life's chaotic. No, I wouldn't say that. Sexy yoli always. Nightmares can be a lot of different things. It doesn't mean that your life's chaotic at the time. I live at the bottom of the Appalachian Mountains. Very old energy. Oh my god, them mountains are magic. I miss the mountains. I miss the mountains so bad. But I'll tell you what, I grew up in Pennsylvania and Appalachians, and Mississippi reminds me a lot of Pennsylvania. Like, it really, I mean, there's not big mountainous ranges like up there in Appalachians and shit, but it has back roads and the forests down here, and it reminds me a lot of Pennsylvania. It really, really does. Like, this feels like my second home, living down here. Baby Witch here just read Spellcrafting by Aaron Murphy. Any other read suggest? Yeah, I'm not really. I don't really recommend books. I don't really I don't read that many books. I don't learn from books. I got one for you. The Witch Talker's Grimoire. It just came out a couple weeks ago, and I contributed to it. So go get it. It's really woods, and I can go in deep as I want to fucking go. I used to try to get lost in the fucking mountain. I used to try to get lost in the woods, and I can't. I cannot get lost in the woods. Like, it's literally impossible. Unless they were like 100-mile radius fucking woods, and then I don't even know if I could get fucking lost in them. But, it's such a weird thing. Like, I have some kind of weird sense, like direction sense or something. I absolutely cannot get lost in the woods. I used to go deep into them fucking I've seen some shit. The adopted ancestor thing, it totally applies to me, and that was affirming for me. Awesome, Athena. Yeah, you should really take my ancestor course. Like, literally, it's like a 7-part course. It's everything you need to work with your ancestors. I see dreams mostly as metaphors for our waking life. I don't know if stuff happens before I'm told the exact details. You know shit, but you don't know how you know shit. You just know shit. Oh my god, stop popping up. I'm trying to get through these comments. Someone said I'm gorgeous. Oh my god, what? I'm old. Add Florida water to my 4 washes to cleanse. I mean, that's good, and Florida water is good for cleansing, but it's also very attractive to some spirits, so just be aware of that. It doesn't cleanse everything. Some things it kind of pulls in. I was told blue sage is preferable than white sage. Is that true? I don't use any kind of sage to cleanse. You like my glasses? Thank you. Hello, Heathen Warrior. Trying so hard, you guys. I've never had this many people on a live, I don't think, and so many fucking comments. I'm like, Did you have a trach? If so, I am so sorry. What? Oh, this is a tattoo. I don't know what you were talking about. This is a tattoo. It's a tattoo. No, thank you. No, that's never. That ain't never gonna happen to me. I was using blue sage, but someone was telling me otherwise. I wanted sage is shit. Y'all, honestly, for cleansing, there's so much better stuff to use than sage. Like, for real. Me and you are both messenger. I think you meant messenger. I want to know if you can explain shapeshifters. I mean, there's different entities that can shapeshift. Like, there's a lot. A lot of things out there that can shapeshift, so I don't understand your question and what you want me to explain. Are there sleep spells? My brain won't say, oh my god, I wish. Honey, I've had insomnia since I was a baby. Like, literally. Since I was a baby. I wish there were sleep spells and you could turn your brain off. No. But there are sleep agents, you know. You can make some chamomile tea, valerian root tea, hibiscus tea. You can make chamomile. You can make teas and stuff that will help you calm down a lot. But turn off the thinking. I fucking wish. I recognize you from my reoccurring dream. What? Running around in your dreams? Keep an amethyst on your nightstand. I have recommended that to others and it works. Okay, does anyone know what is the best starter book for a baby witch? Someone give her some recommendations on a starter book. I thought my cat was a boy for a year and his pew came out. I'm telling you, it freaked me out. I was like, what is this? He got these little baby balls. They're like little corn kernels. Holy fuck, it's a boy. Never have tires anywhere near your room when you're trying to sleep. It definitely enhances dreams. Thank you, Susie B. So y'all get into crystal knowledge because I don't do crystals. That's not my thing at all. Mugwort would be good. Yeah, mugwort, I wouldn't suggest that. Valerian root would be better. How do you protect yourself from astral projection? See, that's not, I don't do that. So, like I said, I know a few people that do that, and as far as I'm aware, they haven't figured out a way to stop it from happening. And I don't have any experience with it personally, so I honestly can't answer that question for you. Rosemary, hello. My smile is beautiful, thank you. How do I know if I'm cursed or hexed? You would need to get a reading. They have eucalyptus spray at CVS you could put on your... Yeah, but them sprays are probably like really synthetic with like perfumes and crap and chemicals. Get the actual plants. Y'all don't get sprays and fake crap. And I'm not even huge on essential oils. There's very few essential oils that I use at all, and it's just plants that I really can't get in this country. like Pomarosa and shit like that. Like that's yeah. I'm not big on essential oils really. I'm not big on sprays. Don't do that. Get the plant. Just get the plant. This is way better. How do I know if I have a curse on me? Get a reading. Curses are few and far between and very rare, so it's probably not a curse. I will tell you that. How do you sign up for the class? primitiverootsconjure.com. Go over there, drop menu classes, sign up for the class. The Lionsgate and astrology. Okay. Tips on begging? What? Tips on begging? How do you feel about leaving lights on in your house to keep good energy there, especially when gone? I don't think lights keep good energy in your home. Unless you mean lights as in candles, but I hope you're not leaving candles burning when you're not home. Please don't tell me you're doing that. I don't think leaving lights on, like if you're talking about electric lights, light bulbs, that doesn't do anything for bring any kind of energy into your home. It's literally just an illumination. Like, all you're doing is running up your electric bill. Also, what are some good tips on begging? Begging? I don't understand your question. What are you begging? Who are you begging? I don't understand. How do I know if I have a... Okay, so it's called Lionsgate. Okay. I'm trying to go fast, y'all. I'm trying not to miss any questions. Do you hear chicks? Yes, you do. I have my brooder back here. In Hinduism, Saturn is known as the lord of karma, and his name is Shan. Okay. I stand corrected. Thank you, Till Arbart. I have not studied a whole lot about Hinduism, but I know that karma has a completely different meaning according to Hinduism, where it comes from, than what westernized people call karma and what they say it is. Like, that's not what it is at all according to Hinduism, which is where it comes from. And that's pretty much all I know about Hinduism. I made really good friends with the guy that owns the smoke shop down here. And he's a Hindu, and he's told me some stuff. And what was the book? The epic... Oh my God, what's the book? Like the epic with the flying thing. What the fuck is the name of it? Anyway, he told me like about that, and like we have discussions and stuff about his religion, and he's like taught, but I don't know a whole lot about it. So if that's true, then I stand corrected. Self-discipline, real shit, telling you. Western ideas of karma is exact. That's what I just said. Thank you, Abraham. The butterfly effect? No. I mean, unless you're referring to different lifetimes. Karma is traditionally viewed as a result of actions we take. So yes, it makes sense, but not in this lifetime. It's next lifetime. Like karma, you do some shit to Joe down the road today, you're not going to pay for it next week or next month. It's next lifetime. Like, that's where people always get this shit messed up. Because, you know, they're all reincarnation and stuff. That's what the Hindu guy, you know, I made friends with at the smoke shop told me about. He was like, you know, like Western people don't understand what karma is. Great way to do sound cleansing, absolutely. Phone died? No, phone no die. How do you speak with your ancestors if they are present? You just talk to them. Just talk to them. Just have a conversation. Just like, and not if they are present, they are present. You don't even have to question it. They're there. Just talk to them. Have a conversation. Sit down. Get 2 cups of coffee and have some coffee with Grandpa and have a fucking conversation at the kitchen table like he's sitting right there across from you, because he is. You love my straw. Oh, metal straws? Yeah, I like those. Not the borax. I'm telling you, did y'all see that shit? That they drinking borax? Oh my God. There is a book and references about negative properties of crystals. Do essential oils work just as good as herbs? No. People are probably going to come for me for saying that, but I'm going to say no. The herbs are better. And live herbs are way better than dried. Alright, College Corner signing off. Tide Pod Generation. Dissolve sealing. Yes! They're drinking that shit. You can program solidite to be a stone of truth. That's what you're doing. Hello, Willie Chris. Good night, High Life. You're welcome. I do my natal chart online for free. Instant results. Love it. Yeah, but is it accurate? You're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Y'all are with the compliments tonight. I ain't shit in years. I'm an old lady. I would love to take a look at your birth chart. I do free breakdowns for spiritual people. I don't trust people to give them that much information about me. Yeah, so I can use that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give people information. Who is the lady in a black robe hiding her face? Where? Where is she? I'm currently writing a book on astrology, and I'm always looking for spiritual people to test theories. That's cool. I mean, I'd have to check you out, and I would have to ask my people if I can trust you and if it's okay. I get bit in the ass to trusting too many people all the time. I was under the impression that crystals have positive energy, and our energy becomes part. I mean, they're not all positive. No, they're not. Positive and negative. Yes, nature is about balance. Y'all need to remember that. And that's a big part of my class. The duality of nature. You guys have to remember that. Everything in nature, whether it's a crystal, a rock, a dirt, a water, a plant, whatever it is, it's got duality. It has a positive and a negative. Always. Always. Always remember that. Duality and balance in everything in this. Wait, why is he here if he's Catholic? Because there's Catholic witches. That's a thing. Who is the lady in the black robe hiding her face? Where? Where? Where is she? Where is she? When do you... Y'all are freaking me out now. Where is she? What do you all use as a good empath energy clearing spray? I would just make a bath. Tip is to cover your head with a hat or bandana crown. So yes. You're good, Abraham. Yes, giving good advice. Cover your head, always. Be careful doing such stuff as soon as you head towards Jesus, the devil will attack you. What? Is being a witch something you're born to do or you choose to... I'm of the school, and some people are going to come for me that you're born this way. I was born this way, so that's my experience. I mean, some people are born that way and they don't know it, or it's been suppressed in them and stuff, and those may be some people that come to it later in life. Regardless, see, a witch is a completely different animal. Every single one of you has spirits. Every single one of you has ancestors. All of you do. And all of you can work with them. And all of you can strengthen them and elevate them and be successful and do all kinds of stuff. Does not make you a witch. A witch is a different animal. Now, yes, there are some people that, like I said, they've been born that way and it's been suppressed in them, or they just don't know it and they come to it later in life. But like I was saying earlier, if you don't have the it, you're not it. I'm of the school that you're born this way and you don't get to choose it. I love that I have to get some rest. You're fantastic, young lady. Please message me my answer if you can. Okay, good night, Justice. You're probably already gone because I'm so fucking far behind. I'm probably going to lose my voice, y'all. This is a lot. I feel so bad if I don't get to all these goddamn questions. I just don't know how I'm going to do it because it just keeps adding more. Funny because I do live in Pennsylvania too. Miles of wilderness all around. I'm telling you. I was Piketown, Pennsylvania, right by Grantville, Inglestown area. That's where I'm from. And they won't help you unless you tell them. What's the strangest thing you've seen in the woods? Holy fuck. I've seen I've seen a lot of shit in fucking woods. I've seen like blue orbs that fly around. I've seen a fucking, I think it was a werewolf. I've seen knot deer. I've seen shit that there ain't even a name for. Like, I don't know what the fuck I've seen. I've seen a lot of weird shit. Knowing things without knowing you know. Yes. It's like you know shit, but you don't know how you know shit. You just know shit. I'm glad I came across your TikTok tonight. Your sense of humor is great. Awesome. I'm glad you were here. She things every night on my surveillance system. What? Pennsyltucky. Good witch or a bad one? I'm balanced. Depending on what you're picking up on for sure. Okay, it all depends on who's asking. What kind of witch are you? Do you have powers? I have spirits. I'm just a servant. I have dreams that are detailed and come to be premonition. Yeah, me too. It's happened to me a couple times in my life, but like I said earlier, it's like always stupid shit. I think it's really dumb shit. Like the dumbest premonitions you could ever have in your fucking life, I get those. Hot water and ammonia. Water and salt, lemon, good floor. Yeah, ammonia is great for cleansing, removing road opening. It's good for removing obstacles, blockbuster kind of stuff. I use it in my road opener work. Ammonia is the bomb, but ammonia is so aggressive when it comes to clearing shit away that you always need to make sure that if you cleanse with ammonia, that you follow it back up with something to bring good stuff back in. Like some kind of sweet home, good energy, friendship, loving, prosperity. Like you need to do something to pull that shit back in, because ammonia is extremely powerful and aggressive when it comes to cleansing. Like, it's going to wipe away everything. It's going to wipe away your good luck and your bad luck. It's going to, it's going to clear everything out. So you need to make sure you do something to pull that back in if you cleanse with ammonia. But it's really good shit. I'm house sitting and I swear there's a portal of energy in there. It's crazy. Y'all, I'm going to lose my voice. Holy fuck, I haven't talked this fucking long. Can I put a curse on someone? No, I cannot. As for protect, yeah, you have to be careful with valerian because it can have a lot of drug. That is true. Yes, that is very true. Valerian root can have interactions, cause upset stomachs. Yes, very true, Abraham. Thank you for pointing that out, because I'm I'm trying to get through. I'm not giving out like all the information. You should not use valerian root for more than 30-day period. It will lose its potency. That as well. What is the difference between a curse and a hex? I already answered that. It's like a curse is more powerful and it lasts longer than a hex, and it's more difficult to remove. Avoid taking it with other sedatives. Okay, y'all are giving good advice. I take Depakote for existence, so valerian would interact with that. Okay. Unless you are scared of the dark, lights on will help, or your energy will raise you. Exactly. Lights on doesn't really do much. Valerian root can also interact with melatonin. You have to be careful with sleep aids. Karma comes in the next lifetime. That's what I'm saying. You are Hindu. There you go. See, I wasn't wrong. That guy told me. I hate that Western people talk about karma all the time, and I'm just like, y'all ain't got it. Like, they use it in such the wrong context, and it just irritates me. Hello, Fuzzy. What kind of witch are you? I don't label myself. Nice to meet you, Mom. I'm on my last life. I'm over this planet. God, I wish that was true for me. It actually might be, but I think I might have a few more. But I know my ancestors told me if I didn't do what they told me to do, when I died this time, I wasn't going to be able to take my seat with them. So I might be on my last fucking go round here. If I need to take my seat with my ancestors, I might be good. I might have to do this bullshit again. I don't know if she answered. I missed it, but do you work with Greek gods? I do not. That is not what I do, Dylan. Do you do chakras? I don't do that either, Tabitha. Can you breathe in one nostril and out the other at the same time? I meant butterfly effect as cause and effect, as karma does play a part in reincarnation. Hey, Danielle. Dried herbs can sometimes be better than fresh depending on the ingredient. I mean, some herbs you can only get dry, but if I can get fresh, no matter what it is, I'm going to get fresh. That's just the traditions that I'm in. We don't use, like ATRs, we don't use dry herbs. All herbs have to be fresh. They all have to be fresh. I mean, with my other practices, if I gotta use dry herbs, I'll use dry herbs. But when it comes to the traditions I'm initiated in, everything has to be fresh. You cannot use dry herbs. And fresh herbs always work better for me. Fresh and dried sometimes produce different levels of active ingredients within them. I'm going to... Okay, how do I get a curse off of me? How do you know it's a curse? Baby birds! No readings. You want to think positive? Then do. Catholics are basically Satanists. That's a hot take. Listen to my voice, y'all. I'm dying here. My life falling apart. What is happening? Everybody's life is falling apart. I mean, since 2020, and we got a couple more years to go. What are you gonna know about alchemy? I mean, what do you want to know? Mr. Moon, tell me you saw Bigfoot. No, I never saw Bigfoots. I saw a woman in a white dress with black hair. Where? You guys seen this shit? I just recently learned from hundreds of years ago we used to create bees through alchemy. That's interesting. I never heard that one. You'll be up all night trying to find the person with the black hood. I'm telling you. One of my favorite forms of witchcraft, glamour magic, doesn't seem to be popular anywhere. Yeah, it's not something I really learned or do or anything like that. We do different shit. I was texting the same time as the chat, Missed the Moon and Jupiter tonight. Oh, can you make Tori leave me alone? Oh no, Chinese oil? What? Okay. People die at the hospital. Yeah. Palo Santo is good for bringing positive energy back after doing energy clean. Yeah, just be careful with Palo Santo. Sweet dreams, lovely to meet. Sweet dreams, Athena. Thank you for joining. Okay, which starting human should one look to for your particular pagan mythos? What kind of question is that? I'm not a pagan, by the way. Palo Santo is great. I love Palo Santo. It's kind of endangered. Just use it sparingly and be careful with it. I'm happier never because Jesus was you and he's okay. Oh, well, the landscape pops up. Okay. I'm getting there. White or black? I don't assign colors. Hi, angel of the morning. Abraham, I'm going to set up a reminder so I don't miss the Till Aardvark, that wickedness or to make a course on me. Wait, what? Oh, y'all don't interact with the trolls. Because they won't get attention, they'll leave. Certain levels of chemical concentrates are different between fresh and dried, is what I meant. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, dry is fine for a lot of shit. It's just certain traditions that I'm in, we can't use dry. We always have to use fresh herbs. How do you send negative energy back to sender? So like I said earlier, you can put windows around your house, facing out, tell them what to do, like reflect this shit back. You can do like a revocation. You can just carve a candle upside down and send back all enemies known and unknown, seen and unseen. I have a boomerang oil that's really good for that shit. Throws it right back. A protection with bounce back or return to sender spell. There you go. Hate the sin, love the person. Do you practice magic with a K? Yes and no. Everyone that's willing to hurt others for their benefit is technically a Satanist. Honey, you don't know what a Satanist is then. Satanists don't hurt anybody. Satanists are basically atheists, actually. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? God, I fucking wish. Abraham don't hate that person. Have you ever danced with the dead? You're an old head. You're saying that fucking shit. Just take a peek on Google. You can do return to center with just watch what y'all are finding on Google. Like, don't use that for your end-all be-all source. And cross-check your references. Don't just look up one thing about return to center. Like, look up 10 different things and cross-reference and see where there's similarities in those 10 things, and use those similarities, and anything else that doesn't mesh, throw it the fuck out. I'm not sure if you do this. Do you feel a new job for me? Yeah, this isn't readings, honey. Why should you be careful with palo santo? Well, one, because it's palo. It's a stick. That's what palo is. It's a stick. You kind of got to watch the energies of those things. And two, it's endangered. It can be a little dangerous with overuse. That's all I'm saying. And plus, it's endangered, and that's not good. I'm not Christian. I am very well studied and versed in religious text. I mean, most non-Christians are. They're well better versed than actual Christians. Do you use brick dust for protection? Absolutely. Mix it with sea salt, and you're fucking good to go. Excuse me. Lord have mercy. Palo santo isn't dangerous. It's used from a type of dead trees. Now, actually, it is endangered from my studies. So how can I get jealous people to stop messing with me? Try evil eye for one. I'm not a big proponent of jars, but there are a few things that work very well in jars. And I actually, I sell a stop gossip, like shut the fuck up kind of jar thing, which works really fucking good. So that's another idea. Funny enough, the Satanic Church doesn't even believe in Satan, right? That's what I'm saying. Satanists ain't atheists. Actually, they pretty much are. Yeah, they're pretty much atheists. You definitely get some resources and books. Google can be great for petitions, though. There's two different forms of Palo Santo, and the one most people get isn't. And well, see, yeah, I get this stuff. I get stuff that we work with in traditions, and it's pretty endangered. Do you love Sorrel? I don't know what that is. What about summoning, not the devil, really, but a djinn? Oh my God, don't be fucking with djinn, y'all. Don't be fucking with djinn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all out here doing the mess. What is brick dust? It's red brick dust. Like, you literally take a red brick and you powder it and you make brick dust. But it's got to be a real red brick. It can't be these new fantangled red bricks you buy at the stores nowadays, because those aren't made from clay. They're made from concrete. You need to get old, real red bricks that are made from clay, and you make red brick dust. Have you ever casted a spell that works? I haven't really casted one that hasn't worked. Let me put it that way. Crushed brick, yes. Like a building block, yes, but it has to be old. Old red brick. Old red brick, you can tell it's red the whole way through. Okay? New red bricks, if you broke it, it's white inside. Hold on. This is a real red brick. If I broke this brick in half, it's going to be red on the inside. It's this whole thing is red because it's made from a kind of clay ochre. This is the kind of red brick you want if you're doing red brick dust. You don't want to go to the store and buy those. Those aren't going to work. Y'all, I am out here. God, I think I'm about the end of the chat, and I need to get the fuck out of here because I'm going to lose my voice. Do I do love spells? Yes, I do, but you couldn't afford them. Red brick with sea salt, absolutely the best fucking protection ever. Because the sea salt will protect against spirit. Red brick protects against physical. So, like, real people, enemies. Real live living people. Red brick dust protects. Salt protects against spirit. So you mix those two together, you got a double whammy. You got physical protection and spiritual protection. Bam. Put it everywhere. Put it around your doors. Put it in your windowsills. Put it all over the place. All right. Oh my God, I can't believe I made it to the end of the chat. This is the most people I've ever had on a live. Thank you all for coming in here. Thank you for all your questions. Do you do it around your property line? Yes, you can. I hope I helped everyone. I hope I answered your questions to the best of my ability. Again, there's some spots open in the Dirts and Waters class. If y'all want to get in on that, it's this Sunday. Is the first class, primitiverootsconjure.com. Any products I mentioned, like the fixed spikes and the floor washes and the oils and things that I talked about, are all available on my website, primitiverootsconjure.com. Thank you, Lisa Jane. Thank you, everybody that sent gifts and stuff. And I hope everybody has a blessed evening. Do you have to dig under the ground, or is it good just spread it? The only thing is that if you're doing it on the outside property line where it rains and stuff, you need to refresh it quite periodically. That's one I like putting it in my windowsills and in my doorways and stuff, because it's not going to go anywhere. The rain's not going to get it, right? But you can absolutely do your property line with it. Just remember, you got to refresh it periodically, especially if it's raining a lot. Yeah, y'all go sign up for the class. My link tree on my page is all my social medias. So you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Y'all, I have years worth of knowledge and videos on YouTube. TikTok's a pretty new channel for me. So everybody have a blessed week, and may all your ancestors have all the necessary light and elevation that they need to properly guide you on your path. And I shall see you all in the future. Have a good evening. How do I turn it off? Wait a minute. I think I need to small the chat. Okay, bye.